and you want that. As in, you look at other people, you see people just like you, people from your area, people you know of that are famous or have got some kind of fame, and you can't get it.
I look at Thing then, as an example, Adrian Broner.
Yeah.
So he's deteriorating. Yeah, he might have money in his account because the streams are paying him, but when he drinks, I would love for him to come out and say, "You man, I'm not even drunk, you know, I'm acting." I'd be like, "Alright, cool, I get it." But you can see he needs the liquor in order to activate this character that entertains us. It's sad to see, but this is not good.
No, but Adrian Broner is funny in general.
No, I know, but I'm saying he drinks a lot to
he does.
being on the stream.
100%, but he is a funny character. It's not. Remember, he's not doing it for the sake of it. That's him.
No, I'm saying.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No. I'm saying the entertainment value has increased because he's got the camera on him more.
Yeah, because
he has the camera on him more, and the environments that he's putting himself in order to stream. They have to do this in real life. Stream a particular amount of hours a day.
Oh, he's a streamer. I was trying to figure out who he is. He's a streamer.
Just to add context, he's a streamer. But he's an actual boxer. He's a 4-time world champion.
So why is he streaming?
Exactly. He doesn't box anymore.
He doesn't
fell
box
off.
anymore.
Yeah, he fell off.
Bad with his money.
Bad with his money, all of that. Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's this young guy, Dean the Great. I think he's 25, 26, who he's streaming and he's popping. Yeah. So Adrian Broner is now rolling with him.
Right.
And he's now picking back up, getting attention. All his old friends apparently are ringing him again. The ones that left him behind. So I'm saying, now that he's got a second second wind, he's still drinking the liquor. The reason why they dropped you out in the... Like, he's this close to getting himself in trouble. And I'm saying, you can't tell me that when they turn off the cameras, he's like, nah, gang, I'm just messing about.
No, I get what you're saying, but it's different because when you're boxing, you can't drink like that because it has an adverse effect on your performance. Whereas he's not boxing anymore. He's a different celebrity now. He's a former boxer in the streaming world.
Yeah.
So technically, I can drink because this is not performance based on me having to go to camp and train.
Yeah.
Let me drink a Hennessy. So I'm not saying I condone it, but I'm saying that's a little bit different because we're buying into Adrian Broner, the madman. Do you know what I'm saying? He's always been this person. I'm talking about people who we've never known, and their entry point into us knowing them is them having to do something mad for us to get their attention. I mean, for them to get our attention. Whereas Adrian Broner had our attention already. We knew who he was already. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's a bit different. Where there's people who will do something mad, and now you're like, videos are circulating in people's group chats because of this mad story. We don't know if it's true or not, but now we know this person's face visually. Remember, that's not your story because you've never been that person. You don't have a desire to be known like that because people have known Tazer growing up. Whereas someone who hasn't been known, they might have a desire to be known by any means necessary.
And also, people are broke. People are broke, and the internet can make you money. So why not do the wildest thing to make the quickest buck? Do you know what I mean? That's what people are doing.
You say it like that, it sounds easy. It's not that easy.
It's not easy. It's not easy. Like, social media isn't easy, but people are willing to do all sorts. Why do you think there's a rise in OF and all of this stuff? Because people are broke and people want money.
You know the OF thing, though? The OF, I have a different perspective. Maybe because I watched the Pornhub documentary where...
I was scared for a second, but go on.
No. So, with the rise in OF, obviously there's people that are doing mad stuff. I'm not disputing that. Like, you got your Bonnie Blues and Lady Phillips or whatever. But in regards to, like, the private ones, as in, they're not liaising with men physically. You know, like, there's going to Amsterdam, knocking the door, how much, and going in physically, getting paid sex work. And I create sexy content in my bedroom and I post it, and these men give me money via transfer, kind of thing. Or I sell feet pictures. Like, I know girls who work in Marks and Spencers who have sold foot pictures on OnlyFans or whatever platform to make extra money, like you said. Am I judging her? Nah, man. Sis, get your money, man. No one knows it's her. It's just a big toe in and man are losing their mind over it. But I think it's also opened that market where man are paying for that. Like, there's men out there that are literally genuinely, do you know what you wore? You sweating in those socks today? I'll give you £20.
Yeah, they do. I saw someone, she choose cereal and then, like, puts it in a package and sends it. Yeah.
See what that Cameron said, it, if you can't get paid in that world this big, you worthless kid.
There we go.
There's man, you're selling, yes.
You didn't even let me finish. So if there's a market for men who wanted to buy your farts, for example, because Steve-O's done that, you'd sell it. If the price was
I
right.
mean, that was a bit harder to
What
do.
do you mean hard? How's it harder? You bag your farts and send
Yeah,
it?
but I've got to have the bag there.
What do you mean you gotta have the bag there?
Like, I don't fart like that.
No, you just fart, it's in the air, you just cup it,
No,
close
you
it, and
can't
you
do
just,
it.
you just label it.
Nah, that's bad product, man.
It's
I want to do it properly, man. if I do it,
quality
you know what
control. But you can fake it.
I'm saying? No, but you can't fake it because when you open it and there's no smell.
You can buy the
they don't know.
sprays.
Nah, you do know that. But, oh, it's true. It's true. You could
could
do
buy
that.
the
Yeah, you
sprays,
could do
yeah.
this. Yeah, but that spray, they might even ask.
You want to be known for that?
You won't ask me.
Marvin's farts, what do you mean?
No.
But if it could make money, I believe you'd do it. I believe you'd do it.
Yeah,
There's
more
just
men
some
are
things
doing
you just wouldn't, I just wouldn't look at and think, nah, man, I'm not doing this.
More men are doing it, and they're making money.
I
Like
know.
one in Tulum. I was in Tulum, and just chatting. I hadn't heard an English accent in ages because obviously bare Americans are there. So obviously I turned around and said, "Oh, you're from England?" Started talking. I said, "What are you doing out here?" He goes, "Oh, I work out here." I said, "Okay, what do you do?" He goes, "OF." Like casual, and I'm in shock because I didn't think a man would say it so casually. He was like, "Yeah,
Was a man.
yeah, I was a man."
Yeah, I was,
He
Oh,
said it casually.
that
casual.
took what?
wait, what's he doing?
I like-
He so him and his brethren would like wear like little, I guess like swim shorts and walk down the beach. That's it. Like they're just
Wanting other men. It's not
I
women.
guess no, they do it for men in it. They do.
That's what I'm saying, yeah,
they do. Their audience is men.
Hey, he lied
He says
to you.
he said he's straight.
That ain't OF.
Or is it then?
This is shit.
This is pure
the old school.
unfueled. This is pure unfueled
Pure cut.
prostitution. This ain't no OF. Must have to make it sound good. Yeah, I was just doing OF. But I see you walking in the street soliciting attention, bro. What?
From men as well.
For men?
Yeah,
Nah, that's
yeah.
not OF.
Yeah.
Man.
Finally, men pay more money.
Do you know how mad that is? He even told you as well.
Yeah. Casually, he says I've not lived in the UK since COVID. So when you lot
Black
were
dude?
locked, nah.
Okay.
He said when you lot were locked up in COVID, I was traveling just doing my content.
Scary though, because there was one brother in the ends that he cut out and done something similar, but was making it seem as if he was trading. And then a video hit the group chat. The man then was rattled. He was basically just doing a sexual act with a white boy in the shower. Yeah. I'm like, this is what you've flown out to do. But we can't ask him. That's what he wants to do to make money. Big man, do your thing. But like, he's come back to the ends and he's wondering why everyone's looking at him sideways. It's like, bro, come on, man. Like, you could have got a job here. This is what you wanted to do. Like, this was your decision. And now everyone's reacting to it a certain way. You're looking at us like we're the bad guys. No, man. This is a bit
Man
too
can't work at
extreme, bro.
Master Spencer's.
I mean, this is a bit too extreme. And the video was, you know what it is? The video was bare violent. It was aggressive, bro. You know that? It was bare aggressive. It was like, bro, you ain't got to do this, man. It's like, bro. But he's lying online saying he's trading.
He said he's trading.
Said he's trading, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he is trading.
DM me if you want a signal. Join my Telegram group chat. And apparently that's where he gets active.
Trading
Okay.
cheeks.
Yeah,
That's
basically.
interesting. That's interesting.
But each to their own, man. But
Yeah.
again, one day this is all gonna be trauma, man. If it's not something you want to do,
So
this is gonna be trauma.
that's what I was about to say. And it's a slippery slope. Okay, it might start with like something that you're comfortable with. And if you don't have your own boundaries, you can get yourself into some things and it could be traumatic. Then what? What do we do then?
I mean, that sounds traumatic from the beginning, that one.
Hmm?
I said it could get traumatic. I said that one sounds traumatic from the beginning.
Nah, but even like trigger warning. There was a guy on Twitter. I can't remember what the guy's name is, but he was doing something similar, sexual favors for men. I think his one was like the brothers were saying, yeah, it's like put your feet in my face, whatever kind of vibe. Just
What,
like
like
humiliating.
step on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he does he's humiliating them for change. But I think this one client, one white guy, said, nah, we're flipping the script. I'm doing it to you. He didn't sign up for that.
Okay.
The door's been locked, money's on the table. You got a decision to make.
What's a gully creeped on his head?
Like, yeah, I want to do it to you now. You think I've come with the intention of you doing it to me, and I'm saying no. Here's the P, but I'm doing it to you. Nah, it's a different story now.
Now we got all these consent issues and all this stuff.
That's what I'm
Trauma.
saying. It's techie, man. It's techie, man. But that's the part where I'm going back to my point, circling back. In regards to the OF and the women that just do it in their yard, where they just set up the camera, there's no men around, they just kind of just entice men online and get paid. I can see why there's a rise in that, because they're not actually physically with the guy.
Yeah, it feels safer.
It's safer. They're just in their room, set up camera, they lock in a shift, maybe 12 till 4 hours of creating this content, and they go about their day. Drinking strawberry daiquiris on the beach in Tulum.
This is what I'm saying.
You know
That's why I feel like there's a big problem in society, though, in terms of a social issue. Like a lot of men, socially, are just like, "What are you doing, man? Like, you're never gonna see this woman. You're never gonna meet her. Like, what are you doing?" And a lot of OF subscribers were like apparently married men. So it's like
Majority, a lot of them are white as well.
that means you're not getting what you need at home. As in, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Do you think that's always the case?
but I'm like, I mean, put it this way: if once I get married, like for example, like I don't know why am I paying another woman to like send me a picture of the feet? I'll look at my wife's feet in the living room. You know what I'm saying? Like I know I'm simplifying it, but I don't get it. Like, why are you stepping out?
Have you had any?
Addictions run deeper than that, you know.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That society's fried in terms of certain addictions, in terms of even porn, like the addiction that this is not even funny, but Terry Crews, what's his name? Terry Crews.
Oh yeah, but he was putting on a shift, man.
He
was
said
he
he
doing?
used to watch porn from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Like when he was on a film set, when he goes to his trailer, he'll put porn on. If he's not in between scenes or he's not filming, he'll be in there.
Yeah, but was
from
he watching
10 a.m. to 10?
Yeah, but was he
p.m.
watching porn as in like, and touching himself, or was he just has it in the background?
Brother, whatever scenario
Background noise, ASMR.
No, but that's 10 till 10.
whatever
You can't wank for that long.
No, but whatever scenario you need is wrong. If you're
I'm not
tossing
saying-
for that long, it's bad.
Bro.
If you're just watching it like it's Downton Abbey, are you alright?
No, I'm not saying it's normal. What I'm saying is that's how normalized it is to him, to the point where he can have it on the background like it's EastEnders.
12 hours. I've not watched football for 12 hours before. I'm a big football fan.
You're not obsessed with the Ashes like.
No,
you
but
think
I've
you
never
are, bro.
watched like if I put like
See it as an assignment, man. It's
I put-
homework.
if I put Sky Sports News on, they'll get to a point where I'm like, this has been on for too long, man. Let me see what else is on. You watch, remember, and that wasn't his first rodeo. It sounded like he'd done it
This is-
day after day after day. So I'm saying, where did your mind get to for you to have an addiction to porn
I
like
think
this?
you must have had or heard of someone like a client, or not even a client, just a story where
Sorry, Tazer, we're on the live now. We might have to
reintroduce.
Oh,
introduce you
introduce.
to the live because I can see people in the
Oh, sorry, I didn't even see that.
the chat.
Okay, it's up there. All right, cool.
So if you can just introduce yourself. We've got a very, very special guest out. Anyway, what's happening, people? Welcome to Free Shots Live at 9 with your boys Marvin Abbey, Tazer Black. Doing the intro a bit late. We've got a very, very special guest. Can we just know your name, where you're from and what you do, please?
My name's Dr. Amani. I'm originally from Birmingham, but now live in London. And I'm a clinical psychologist.
What is your reason for picking that field, though? By the way.
In a psychologist?
Yeah.
1 minute.
What, because
A
I'm
lot
from
of trouble
Birmingham?
people. What's the saying?
Wait, what you got to say about... Okay. I was a sensitive kid, violent all the time. And I would get made fun of it. Like my family, obviously Jamaicans, you're meant to be tough, whatever. But I feel like I was quite in touch with my emotions and I would notice everyone else's emotions as well. So say now, I've got bare cousins and I was always like the responsible one. So they'd be like, oh, if these lot are fighting, get them to sort it out, like do something. And I would just be like, you sit down and talk to each other. Like just from young, I just thought everyone should be like talking to each other and telling each other how they feel. That's just how it naturally was. And then I would notice that like the adults would tell us about physical health issues, like if someone had a heart attack, diabetes or whatever. But if there was that one cousin that was acting different, no one was telling me or us. And then again, sensitive kids. So I was like, why is no one talking about that cousin? And then as I got older, I realized, oh, it's mental health issues. So then I was like, okay, why don't we talk about this? I looked into it a little bit more. Then I watched Freaky Friday. Do you know that film with Lindsay Lohan, Jamie Lee Curtis?
Yes, I think I know.
And they swap bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they swap bodies. Anyway, I was young and I was watching that. And the mum in that is a psychotherapist or a psychiatrist. And for whatever reason, I thought, oh, I want to do what she does. Let me look into it. I looked into it and I was like, oh, okay, cool. That makes sense. But it also was kind of just naturally how I was as well. And then I started to think, actually, if we learn about this more, I can help my community. And I've just been running with it ever since I was, 13, 14?
Speaking of TV shows, yeah, what's that TV show on Netflix?
TV
The
show on
mum's a
Netflix.
psycho. The mum's a...
What, Sex Education?
Yes. Have
Yeah,
you
yeah,
seen
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
I like that
That
show,
show.
man.
It's a
That
good
show's
show.
actually sick still.
It's a good show. You didn't get into it? Why?
I just nah, man. I just didn't like it. I just feel like it was too much.
Too much sex?
No, not too much sex, but it's just like there was too many stories.
Oh, okay.
As in like, and they were too exaggerated.
But it's a TV show.
That's why I didn't watch it. Like sometimes TV, like they exaggerate, like it can be a bit more normal though, like as in like not a bit more normal, but like have moments, but like
But a lot of the stories made sense though.
all at the same time.
It's a school with different. Everyone is going to the same school, having the same experiences.
But
Also, they're doing a madness in schools. I work with kids. They're
That's what I'm saying.
doing madness in schools.
I'm watching. I don't think that was far fetched.
I hear you, but
I don't think it was far fetched what's happening in schools today. Obviously, it was set in a different time, but the themes within it, I think that's what kids were going through. But I hear you though. But that's a good show anyway. You had a question?
Oh yeah, before we started this, you were going to ask me about addiction.
yeah, addiction in terms of porn, because I think do you see that as a problem for the youth now in terms of, because obviously they've put a ban on porn now, but when we were growing up, in order for you to watch porn, you had to have a DVD or like something for the barbershop or something like that, and then
It's a blue movie.
you had to find the time to watch it in the yard, and the living room had to be
Stakes were high.
available. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, porn, maybe you might have watched porn maybe once a week or something, if that, or when people were not in. Whereas kids now could just watch it on their phone.
Yeah.
Wherever they are, they can go around their brethren's house and whatever. So I'm just saying.
When I tell you cruise thing.
So do you see that it's had an impact on a lot of the kids you deal with in terms of how they view sex and even how
They view each other.
boys view girls and whatever?
100%. I once worked in. I'm into like trigger warnings and stuff for people. I'm going to talk about sexual violence.
Okay.
Trigger warning.
Yeah. So I worked in the sexual violence service for children. Right, so I worked with a lot of girls, mostly girls, and they're about, they're teenage, yeah. And some of the stories, it was to do with phones and social media, like sending videos on Snapchat to people, inviting, like you think you're meeting one guy and then he invites his brethren and then they do whatever, right? But the stories I'm hearing about, these are 15-year-old boys, right? Doing it to maybe a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, right? And I'm having these conversations with the girls, obviously the victims, and some of the stuff I would hear about how the boys are talking in class, it's sad, like it's scary actually. It's scary. Not to say I don't think it happened even when I was younger, because when I look back, we know these things happened, right? But I think it's happening at a quicker rate and it's harder to monitor now because they've got social media. I think that's what's making it really scary. And I also think that they've got a lot of voices in their ears now on social media, especially, well, boys and girls. They've got voices in their heads about what it's meant to be a man, what it's meant to be a woman, how you're meant to interact with each other. And some of it is very, very damaging. It's very scary. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It is bad, though.
Yeah, because I think, but when we were growing up, your influence tended to be
Man from the ends.
man for your ends or people in the school, and then really and truly, you didn't really know the man from the ends. You might have just seen him drive past, or do you know what I'm saying? Whereas now, kids, if they like someone, they can dial in on that person and they see a lot more about them. Their views, they get clipped. Yeah, man. And even what Austin said the other day about music and artists. Back in the day, you saw artists start out and gradually make money. Like, not in a rude way, they'll look kind of dusty at the beginning. Like when they started their career, maybe a tracksuit, maybe whatever. Then eventually when they've, like if you look at Stormzy's first video, or you look at Day's first video, or you look at Kano's first video, Wiley, like
Fredo.
Fredo, they weren't just the guy they are now, they weren't. Whereas a lot of the artists now, they release a video, big Cuban from the beginning.
Like how?
You know what I'm saying? How?
We're supposed to listen to the music and relate.
Yeah.
You already made it, big man.
You know what I'm saying? But when some of them haven't made it, it's just they want you
Illusion.
to believe they've made it.
Bro,
So now kids looking at that are like, in order for me to be relevant, I've got to look like this. Whereas when we were growing up, Dizzy Rascal, for example, even look at Boy in the Corner, the thing there.
Yeah.
He wore a black tracksuit and Nikes.
Yeah.
I had that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It was relatable.
it was relatable. Like,
Yeah.
we all had it.
Yeah.
Whereas now, like, a bust down Cuban, allow me, bruv.
And then they'll do anything to try and get it. Do you know what I mean? And then that's scary as well, because when you're that age, you haven't got, we're just talking about like being impulsive.
Discernment.
You don't have the discernment. Your brain isn't developed in a way to be like, all right, let me pause for a second and see what this. You care more about your friends' opinions than your parents. As much as your parents can try, if your parents aren't on you in those years and you let your friends, their friends take over, anything can happen. You have to be on them. You have to be on them.
even for example, nowadays, when you were younger, when did you leave Birmingham?
2019.
Okay, so you were there in your mid-20s.
You know what? No, that's even a lie. So I don't even feel like I've been an adult in Birmingham, because I went to uni, did my undergrads like 2012 to 2015, then went traveling, and I was in and out. So I don't really think I spent more than a year in Birmingham as an adult, to be fair.
Okay, but like meeting guys or going out and whatever. Back in the day, a Nando's and a cinema trip was all it needed, bro. Nowadays, man has got to book the Vito.
Yeah, smart.
You got to pull up with a Vito, black truck.
My younger cousin's talking about how they need to take. I need £200 to this girl. I said £200 to take. Go to the park.
No, they don't do that no more.
Go to the
You
park.
need a
Go to
Vito, you
Nando's.
need a Cuban. She needs Q jump. Q, excuse me. If you're queuing to get in somewhere, she's looking writing you off.
Back in the day,
Like if they knew what we had to do
I can't say it was easy, because that's the wrong word, but we were allowed to be kids.
100%.
Like,
the standard today is
you know what I'm saying? Like, we were
100%.
like, you were judged on the level you were at as a kid. So a girl saw you at 16 and was like, at 16 we only go cinema, or we maybe can go to, like, I don't know, like a version of a Nando's. Or even like there's a chicken shop and there's vibe and there's you're with your girls, I'm with the man. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Or even if we played sport, we can vibe after athletics. Like, everyone can chill for a bit, go and get a milkshake. There was that, as in we were still kids. Whereas now kids dress like we do. Like, there's no differentiation.
Yeah.
Like, what you wear now, a girl at 16, 15 will wear.
Yeah. And they don't have so when we were growing up as girls, your makeup didn't slap because you were just learning how to do makeup. We had YouTube just coming up, so everyone was learning. That was just a part of it. Now some of the girls, their faces are beat at 14 and 13. I'm like, you don't have...
getting lashes done.
Lashes are done. All of that, it's too much.
And you're looking at your child, 14, 15, and saying, no, we're not doing the lashes thing. But that's what I want to do. You're going to school. Like, that's your only motive.
But the only problem is that there's a fine line between letting your kids express themselves and the fear of what you think might happen to them. Because when we were growing up, we had the same thing when we were in school. Like, you wanted to wear your Reeboks workouts to school. You didn't want to wear trousers. You wanted to wear your jeans. Like, do you know what I'm saying? There's certain things that you saw the man them doing, and you were like, because after year 7, 8, the blazer and backpack thing was a boffin thing. It was for...
I haven't heard that one in years.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a boffin, as in, like, I want to be cool in it. I want a denim jacket. My tie's here, and the long bit is down here. You know what I'm saying?
But that's a style thing. That's not you doing a madness to get money or...
No, I hear that. I'm just talking about, like, a girl wanting to maybe do her eyelashes is similar to...
No, I'm not talking about doing the eyelashes. I'm talking about getting lashes done.
Oh, like fake lashes.
Yeah,
oh,
like
sorry. So I thought you meant like a
extensions.
mascara or something.
No. Extensions, like, and you're paying. Remember, and all that comes at a cost. Like, the most we got was a trim, £8. If that. Now, £20. Some people are paying £50 for a trim. You're going to school on Monday. Does your fade need to be fade? Like, do you know what I mean? But I don't know. Some parents maybe just see it as let's just let's just do it, man. It's fine, but it's like it's gonna cause a problem.
They have to have boundaries.
Yeah.
I have these conversations all the time with parents because they have similar issues. Like, oh, I don't know whether I should give in or not. Kids need boundaries. And I think we're starting to lose that. I think because there's a trend of like gentle parenting. I don't know if you've heard of it. And people think that means you can let them do whatever they want. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The kids still need boundaries. And you need to be careful because you give in a little, they're going to push and they're going to push. That's the nature of being a teenager as well. It's testing, and it's testing who I am as a person outside of you guys. So I don't want to be a part of you guys anymore. So why am I even going to listen to you? I'm going to listen to what these guys are doing. So you have to still show them that I know, I get it. I'm going to give you that flexibility within reason, but I'm your parent. And there's consequences.
That patience, yeah. It's dark, man.
I think it's important for your kids to look at you and rate you to a degree as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like that was maybe a lot of African kids, that was maybe one of the things that we didn't rate. Like, as you get older, you rate your parents. As in, when you get to a certain age, you see them hardworking.
It was lack of understanding.
Lack of understanding, but like now I can look at my parents and be like, nah, man, you man done well, you know. Like, at a certain age, I'm like, allow me, man. This concept of what you think I'm supposed to be doing, like, it's outdated because it's just the devil's out there. Oh, the devil is, but like, there's certain things they used to bang on about. Like, it was just like, allow
Okay, but what
me,
did they bang on about though? That was wrong. Now that you're older, you can see what they're talking about.
I don't think it was banging on. It was just the pressure that they applied to you in terms of, as Gina was saying, like, birthday party across the road, man can't go.
Well, why should you could argue that why should they let you go though?
No, but it's not a sleepover.
No, but I don't know. Okay, look at it like this, yeah. I haven't had a chance to meet the parents. I haven't had a chance to know what kids are going to be there. For the safety of my child, you're just coming and saying, oh, so-and-so is having a party. Okay. Whereas back in the day, we would have probably told our parents, we would just say we're outside and then end up in a party. But that still wasn't safe. You don't know who's in this yard.
No, I hear that. But
Drugs are getting passed around, for example. But you could be like, I'll be the one that's in the corner just avoiding it. Yeah, but you've got to trust that. You think I could go home and tell my dad, oh, Dad, I went to a party. There was drugs being passed around, but I said no. And he's going to give me props.
yeah.
He might slap me for even being in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I hear that, but then you'll have kids. You'll have a party in a hall in Brixton, Newham, whatever. You ain't seen your kid in 4 hours.
What do you mean? As in, I'm at the party or...
You're at the party boogieing your kid. You ain't seen your kid in 4 hours.
I know my kid's there though.
Where?
I don't know, as in a hall party.
Yeah.
You know your kids are around with all the other kids that are there.
Where?
I hear what you're saying because madness can still happen. Again, going back to where I used to work, the madness was happening next door. Like, you're here and they're in the next door.
What, at hall parties, how many times do you go outside on the main road and just be racing your brethren or your cousin? You're not even in the hall party no more. But remember, because your parents are dancing and boogieing, they don't mind. So I'm saying, what I'm saying is, I'm going to, if it's Tom's mum, you know Tom. I've been in the same school with him for years. Remember, it's not a sleepover where I'm going to sleep at night. This is like, for example, there's a party during the day.
I'm not... Are you
Starting at
for
12,
sleepovers?
finishing at 4. Huh?
Am I for that? Like, personally,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
You're not having sleepovers.
Sleepovers,
I didn't have
yeah.
sleepovers. And obviously, when I was a child, why can't I have an argument with my parents? And now I'm older, I'm like, yeah.
I said to my daughter...
It's not necessary.
But close friends, as in, like, her mum's met their mum, yeah, cool. But I'm not keen on it. I don't want to be the party pooper, but if you ask me, I'm always going to say no.
Have you had a sleepover before when you were younger?
No.
Did you have them?
I had a couple
I
still.
don't think I even asked for
okay.
sleepovers.
Yeah, but it was like the man them, innit? It was, do you know what I'm saying? So it was calm.
No, I get that, but that's your assessment.
No, but I'm saying,
Your parents' assessment.
yeah, but I feel like in terms of, unfortunately,
What age are you talking about, by the way?
like during secondary school.
Yeah, no.
So like, for example, like one of my brothers used to live in like Ladywell, and obviously I used to live in East. So there's times where like, man would just go to his yard for like, from Friday and maybe come back on Sunday.
And your mum and dad knew.
Yeah, but because my mum and dad knew his parents.
Yeah, that's different. They need their parents.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I'm talking about.
yeah, but they didn't know where out. Yeah, but remember, even if you know the parents, you're still not letting your daughter do that, because I feel like we look at women, we look at little girls and little boys differently.
No, I think it's different when you're familiar with the parents. I think some people are doing sleepovers. The parents haven't met whose house they're going to, and yes, it might be like, oh, mum, just allow it, man. Like, it's so and so's mum. Yeah, but I don't know that mum.
Yeah, it's not
I
happening.
don't know that mum.
Absolutely not happening.
I don't know
Even
that
on the
dad,
train,
like,
I heard
I'm saying.
someone talking to her mum, and she was like, "I'm gonna stay at so and so's house." And the mum said, "Who's that?" "Don't worry, it's my friend." What do you mean?
Yeah, like,
what do you mean?
no, come home. Whereas if it's someone who I know, that's different. All right, cool, no
Yeah, but that's what
problem.
I'm saying. But even then, it's still dangerous, because obviously people do say most of the time when something happens, it's usually someone that the family knows or someone that you're aware of.
Yeah, more time it is.
Do you know what I'm saying?
That's another thing
That's
as
why
well.
that's why it's scary. Even.
You know, back in the day, yeah, where 'cause I saw a video literally, I think it was yesterday, the day before, where the guy was singing it in jest, but it was a serious topic where it was like, if a family member's coming to the house and your kids have to put on clothes,
Yeah.
that family member shouldn't come to the house.
Nah, I think that's wrong. Doesn't make any sense.
What do you mean?
So if my daughters walk around the house in like shorts, for example, and then family members are coming, I don't understand. Put on something. This is someone outside is coming in the house. It doesn't mean that they're a predator or whatever. It just means, like, same way I wouldn't want her to wear that outside the house. I wouldn't want her to walk down the road in that same outfit. But if you're at home and you're chilling, cool, wear what you're wearing. But when we have guests, the same way if I'm in my yard topless with boxers on, if my uncle comes and my dad says, "Oh, yeah, put on clothes," does that mean my uncle shouldn't be in the house? Man, put on shorts, man, and a t-shirt, man. Respect yourself.
Yeah, I do. I know what you mean.
It's not like, remember, it's not like you're saying that the uncle that everyone knows is dodgy, but don't worry about it today. He's all right. That's not the same thing. If you know there's a family member that's weird and you leave him around your kids, you're weird because you're ignoring the elephant in the room. But if you've got a family member coming to your yard and someone says, put on clothes because your uncle's coming, it's a respect thing. That's how I see it. I don't see it as what you're wearing is the issue. I mean, sorry,
I think it depends
the
on what
eyes
they're
of the person is the issue.
I still think it depends on what they're wearing. Depends on what they're wearing that you find problematic. Like, I haven't specified. My daughter wouldn't be walking around the yard naked or scantily clad anyway. But if I had to, but it's a term. That's why.
But I love this term.
Yeah, but because it makes sense.
Clad. Look what he says.
It's like just bra and knickers maybe. It's not shorts. It's like you're revealing skin.
Yeah,
But you might feel comfortable doing that. Cool. Because it's your house. But my thing is, the way I'm looking at it is, as much as you're the parent, this is still your kid's house. This is their environment. So if someone else externally is coming in here making them feel uncomfortable, I believe that person should leave. Not your child should change. This is their home. Is how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, but that's not how it works, man.
What do you mean it's not how it works? Why not? Why can't it be how it works? I want my child to feel comfortable as opposed to my uncle or auntie coming to the house.
No, because your child needs to realise that there's a time and a place for everything. Like, you can't feel comfortable everywhere you are just because you want to feel comfortable.
No, but you can feel comfortable in your house.
I want to wear, yeah, I hear you, but I want to wear trainers to work. I can't because that's not the environment.
Yeah, but that's not, I'm talking about work. I'm talking about your house.
I hear that, but I'm saying, but at your house, for example, you can wear whatever you want, but when there's guests, you can't. It's not your house. Like, I get what you're saying, but this is not your own. It's not your space only. This is my space too, and my uncle's coming to see me and us. So put on something.
Yeah.
It's something to do. Remember, this is nothing on you. This is not saying you're not allowed to wear whatever you want to wear. It's just saying be respectful and wear something respectful. I'm not saying put on a suit when your uncle comes, but if I'm topless in my yard. For example, if it's Christmas and family members are coming over and I'm in the yard topless with shorts watching football, I'm not going to stay like that when my aunt comes. Should my aunt leave because I feel uncomfortable? Marvin, put on a t-shirt,
No, but
man.
there's still certain family members though. There's still certain family.
No, but I don't get what we're arguing here. Like,
I'm saying there's certain family members that you're cool. Like, I can picture certain family members that no matter what I'm doing in my yard, I'm not changing. Those family members, they're family. But then there's external family members that you're going around cleaning up the skirting boards to impress. And now you're inconveniencing your child to accommodate this family member, is what I'm saying. I don't think that's right.
Does that child pay bills?
Doesn't matter. But I'm telling you,
I don't understand.
Okay.
This is the general parenting we're talking about.
Okay, listen,
I'm
it's not
paying
general
bills.
parenting.
I'm paying bills in my house, and you're telling me Uncle Fidelis is coming to see me, and we're cleaning up.
I'm not accommodating.
Because you don't know what me and Uncle Fidelis done before you were born. This brother might have helped me with some business or whatever,
yeah, cool.
but because you don't want to put on a t-shirt,
Bro,
I should tell him to come to the house.
Still my child's house and her safe place. I'm not inconveniencing my child for some uncle that I can meet outside. Is what I'm saying. It doesn't need to be in my yard.
I should go to Costa Coffee to meet Uncle Fidelis.
But you do whatever you want to do. I'm saying for me, I'm not inconveniencing my child in their yard.
By saying to put on clothes.
It's not about, no, I'm just saying, the whole point is your child not feeling safe with this person in the yard.
That's not the same thing. I've said it already. If your child doesn't feel safe with this person for whatever reason, that reason needs to be investigated.
But that's not what happens though.
Remember, I'm not saying it does or doesn't. I'm saying if this is us, we're talking about us. The situation we investigated, why do you feel uncomfortable? What's happened? Before this person comes back to the house ever again, we're going to discuss it. But I'm talking about purely off of there being no problem with this person.
Okay, so
no
what?
issue,
Okay.
And your family member telling you put on something. Why?
Wait. Let me ask you this then. Mm-hmm. The outfit that your child was wearing, you're fine with. But now this family member is telling you they should go change. What about that?
The uncle is telling
you. Yeah, the uncle or the auntie, whoever's come to the house, is telling you they don't find what you are okay with appropriate. What about that?
That's different though.
No, but what I'm saying, how do you handle that?
Who are you talking to?
Oh, now it's who you're talking to.
No, but that's not the same thing. You've come to my house and you're telling me what should happen in my house. That's not the same thing.
No, I'm not saying no, but
you are. You've come to my house and telling me that what my kid's wearing is not appropriate. Are you all right in your head?
Why is it
in your house?
Oh, so that's how you're gonna address Uncle for whatever you said his name was.
Fidelis.
Yeah, Fidelis. That's how you're gonna address it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, but that's different though. Remember, you're challenging me in my house. That's not the same thing. Your rules are what you want to do in your house and what you set. I'm just talking about just a basic level of understanding and...
By the way, I think naked is extreme, but no one's walking around my house naked.
No, but I'm saying, but as mandem, for example, I used to walk around my house in just shorts.
What do you mean? Why did you say as mandem? Wait, what?
Yeah, I can't talk I'm talking about ladies as well. I'm saying, but as the mandem, as guys, when I was in my house, I used to walk around in shorts. I'm not saying girls not going to walk.
As in no top.
Yeah, no top and just shorts.
Okay, so the equivalent for girls would be, let's say, bra and shorts.
I don't know. As I'm saying, I didn't have that. So that's what I'm saying. I can only speak for the mandem.
Okay, if you had a sister and she walked around like that, would you feel uncomfortable?
It's weird. The reason I can't say, because I never had it. So yes, I would say that.
You would feel uncomfortable?
No, as on now, because I've never had that in my house.
No, I'm saying, do you feel like you walking around topless was making others feel uncomfortable?
It was just all boys.
Okay. That doesn't mean it's not making them feel uncomfortable.
What?
It would be more acceptable.
Exactly.
I grew up with my brother and my dad's. I would never walk around, but they could.
Walk around topless, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was fine.
They wouldn't go out their way, but it wouldn't be like a shock if my brother like ran to the kitchen to get something.
Yeah, no, I hear it. But I'm just saying...
But even on the road, when you see mandem, bare times you see little boys or young boys
don't get me wrong,
with no top on, they're on their bikes.
Yeah, but
you don't look at it like... Whereas if you saw girls on their bikes with just bras on, you'd be like, what's happening here?
Okay, I'm not saying it's wrong or right, but at the same time, the way we're just assuming that boys doing it is okay.
We're not assuming that. I'm just saying...
We are, though.
No, because when a guy takes his top off, it's not like... If, for example, if a woman takes her top off, she's covering her breasts, as in it's a private part. Whereas if a man takes his top off, it's not the same. It's not seen as a private part. It's just seen as a chest.
Maybe it should be, though.
Exactly, is what I'm saying. We're just saying that. We're saying... Like, if I see a guy topless in the club, I'm looking at him like, what are you doing?
Yeah, because you're saying...
Same way I look at a girl.
No, it's not the same thing. You'll say that... If you see a guy in a club with no top on, you're saying, this brother's doing too much. What are you doing? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
We get you go gym, all right, bro. If you're looking at a girl... If you're looking at a girl and she's just got a breast out in the club, you're looking like, what's going on here?
No, but I'm saying, why...
It's a lot more intimate. It's a lot more like, raw, breast out.
And you don't think that's a problem? The fact that we're okay with the men doing it, but not okay with the women doing it.
It doesn't look the same. It's not the same. It doesn't look the same.
All right. I just think it's the same. I think it's inappropriate.
It's not the same.
But if it's your yard, you can do whatever you want in your yard. But I wouldn't go to your yard, for example, chilling in your yard, all of a sudden back on my top.
Yeah, but Specs to come to your yard and backed off his socks.
Yeah, I thought it was inappropriate, but because it's
inappropriate.
What?
You didn't think it's inappropriate.
Because I wouldn't bare foot in your yard. I did, but it's specs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I did. So how you even tell me I didn't think it was inappropriate? I don't understand.
Because he still had his socks on.
Because again, it's specs. If you did that, I'd look at you, but what you did? But because it was specs, I'm like, do you know what? But I knocked him the other day. He answered the door butt naked. He's in his own yard.
Oh.
He's in his own yard, so I can't tell him what to do. But he's answered the door, and I've had to look neck up because down there he's free. I said, big man, what are you doing?
Did
Did you know you were coming?
Did he know I was forwarding?
Mm.
No. I knocked his door as I was leaving. I've locked his door to be like checking on him. He just opened the door. The guys start naked. I said, yeah, let me just keep my vision the neck and above. To him, he's not uncomfortable.
I would have walked off.
No, I did, obviously, but I'm saying he's not uncomfortable. He's just done it. Yo, oh God, if I was with someone, the someone would have saw it as well. Like, that's him. But I can't tell him what to do in his yard, is what I'm saying. You would never knock my door and I open the door with everything. Nah, it's not happening.
No, the postman is coming or something. You must cover yourself. You must cover yourself.
That's flashing, bro.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Now you're inviting the public to see.
That's flashing, bro.
It's actually criminal offence, actually.
A guy's unruly, man. But I'm just saying, there's rules that I have in my house. I just think it's funny how there's a double standard that men can walk around topless and it's just accepted because it's their yard. You could argue that it's just as inappropriate as when a girl does it. Or if a girl did it, sorry.
No one said women can't walk around their yard topless.
No, I'm saying if, for example...
Their yard. Walk around your yard however you want.
Do you mean like generally, like even like, okay, it was hot today, I'm walking around, I'm seeing bare topless men. Are you saying that even in those like conditions, men should be covering them?
Yes, because a girl can't go out and do the same.
Yeah, okay.
We're looking at it like, oh, there's something wrong.
That's not how it works, though.
That's not how it works. All right, cool.
But you're saying maybe we should question that. Like maybe we should start
but I don't understand why we're questioning it.
Why are we not questioning it?
But what's the issue?
Why
Do you want to walk around topless? Exactly.
Not
there you
really.
go.
No, so
But
No, but we're
I also don't want to see. I also don't want to see men.
yeah, like, I don't get
I saw
it.
some things today. I don't want to see.
I don't want to see it.
but that goes without saying. There's better times I see people and I was like,
No, but I'm saying, why is it okay?
but sometimes they're wearing clothes.
No, but what you've done, yeah, which is not a problem. I'm just saying, you've said if you go out now and you see a man that's topless, it's okay. So why wouldn't you?
I didn't say it's okay. I just said that we just see it differently in terms of like because women have breasts, sexual organ, it looks different, whereas men don't have that.
I think that's
Is it a sexual organ?
I think that's the problem.
You breastfeed.
That's not a sexual act.
And also, us during the session,
I think that's where the problem is.
I suck breasts.
But
You don't suck my breast during a session. You could do, but you're doing a bit too much.
Some men like it.
Yeah, some men do, but for a girl to suck your nipples is.
But some men are sucking toes. When a girl has open toe, it's not the same thing. You're not seeing a girl's toes and
no, but
having
that's what I'm
sexual
saying.
thoughts.
But you're going out of the way to go down there to suck her toe. I'm saying for a girl to suck your breast, you got to find your nipple. Like the nipple's small, bro.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about breast being a sexual organ. In terms of, if you think of arousal with women, a lot of women like their breast being sucked before as a
I think any part of your body can be arousing though. So how are we going to turn?
No, but your areola in that area is more sensitive. No.
That's not
Scientifically.
That's not where the conversation's going. It's not about.
I'm just saying why it is viewed differently, maybe. And
I think it's deeper, but we can just nip it in the bud there. Men can produce milk, just saying it's rare, but it can happen.
Can that happen? I know they can get like breast cancer because they can get like breast tissue, so maybe.
Yeah, but that's only
That's
like
abnormal.
that's certain men though. That's the men that have not a condition.
Some dudes have breast.
Yeah, that's a condition though.
What?
Yeah, like when you see a guy with like that has, I don't know if they produce more estrogen or something like that. It's like a condition where the chest turns more.
There's more fatty tissue in the chest.
Yeah. It's not like a normal.
To be fair, I'm only ever topless at home and nowhere else. So I hear Tazer. Unless I'm hooping and it's mad hot, then yeah, top have to come off. From DeRay. Stacey says a woman topless leans on indecency if her breasts are not covered. What are they responding to, Brent? DeRay said, agreed, socially we're looked at differently with different standards. Yeah, that's basically the conclusion. We're looked at with different standards, but I think it shouldn't be. I don't think it should be. I think a man, I can complain. So does Taser have a problem with the vest? No, because women can wear vests. A woman can wear a vest the same way a man can wear a vest. So why would I have a problem with a vest?
I don't get his point.
You know, I'm just responding to the. And again, I think when we have this conversation and it's just men in the room, we've got to act as if but Taser's a sexual thing. Like it's okay. It's like no, okay, I get it. We like breasts, whatever. But still, I can say that a man being topless is bothering me the same way a woman being topless is bothering me. Just because I'm attracted to her doesn't mean it should be okay. If I went to a festival and women have just had their, cool, it's cool, but I can still say I'm uncomfortable. What's going on? Like, this is weird. Same way I wouldn't go to a nude beach. I'm not freeing up my things on the nude beach, but if everyone else was, I can still say, this is uncomfortable, even though there's attractive women on the beach.
Yeah, but a nude thing is another level though, that everything's out.
No, but I use that as an example because that's where people would be naked. I can't think of another setting where someone would. Carnival, for example. When, what's it called? Short shorts. For example, you could say, women got their shorts, the bum is out, but just bare bum. Like, this is gonna, at some point it's like, okay, cool, come on now. But I get the setting that I'm in. So I understand that, but at the same time, someone can still argue and say...
There's another scenario. So when you go to a carnival, women have their bums out. But then, and you go carnival, is what it is, but you wouldn't go to a carnival if man had their bum out. That's it.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to a carnival.
If man were wearing thongs like the women, you wouldn't go to that carnival.
But I did specify that the
I'm just asking, I'm just saying, you wouldn't go to that carnival.
I said I would feel uncomfortable.
With what?
Both.
No, you wouldn't, because you've been going carnival for years.
No, wait.
And you've been seeing girls with their bums out.
No, but wait, hold on. So
you ain't been uncomfortable.
Wait. So wait, hold on. I'm saying to you, that sometimes the way...
I'm talking about the double standard you're talking about. I'm saying that there ain't no double standard when it comes to that. Because if there were men with their bums... To. So what are you saying? That because you're attracted to it,
no, because you're making... The thing is, what you're doing, is you're making it sexual.
And that's what, but that's unfortunately.
But you're not making the man sexual. That's what my point. When the guy has his chest out, there's nothing sexual about that. The women.
I didn't say it's not sexual.
You said you didn't have an issue with it.
No, because I don't. Yeah, I get that.
Okay, but with the women, you're making it sexual. Hence why you said.
No, there's sexual also for their safety and whatever, and also as Stacey said, is it Stacey?
Decorum, indecency.
Indecency in terms of like.
So is it indecent for a man to have short shorts on and his bum's out? No, would you argue and say that's indecent?
It's just not my cup of tea, mate.
Same way, so why can't I say that?
What do you mean?
Why can't I say that?
No, but you're saying about the double standard in terms of like everyone should be allowed to do it.
But if a man wants to wear short shorts, he can wear short shorts. You're asking me whether it's going to make me uncomfortable, and I'm saying no. It's not going to make me uncomfortable because we're at carnival.
What? But it'll make you uncomfortable to see a man in a thong, though.
I didn't say it's going to... Well, no, it's not going to make me feel uncomfortable.
You're a liar, Taze.
Bro, it's not going to make me feel
if you're in carnival,
I'm not looking there. I don't understand, but
that's my point. You wouldn't even turn up to the carnival, bro. You wouldn't turn up, bro. If you're at the carnival with bare man with their with thongs, you wouldn't turn up.
Huh? I don't get it. Are we talking about a specific event or just general walking outside?
I'm just saying in general.
I don't understand what's going on. Right?
You get what I'm saying, bro?
But you made it specific, like as if I'm into them.
So
that's why.
You're making it out like it's on the flyer. He's decided to
I don't understand. What?
No, because remember, because Taser was saying basically that.
Okay, do you have a problem with what women wear in the gym?
No.
So you're deadlifting, trying to concentrate. The woman in front of you is deadlifting, but she's got the mad shorts on.
Not a problem.
You just Ray Charles it.
Yeah, because I'm in the gym to work.
So could you do that with the guy with his shorts?
Yeah.
Will it make you feel uncomfortable? It's fine.
I wouldn't care.
If it was in the phone. You see how dumb it sounds?
What do you mean?
You see how dumb it sounds? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember in a phone deadlifting in my gym. What's going on, man?
But
you know what I mean, man?
That's the same thing, though. In carnival, they're wearing thongs. In gyms, they're not wearing thongs.
Exactly, but when the man them are wearing what they're wearing at carnival, they look cool. Like, I'm not bothered. I don't know what you want to say.
They look good.
When the man they got the what's the outfits?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like and they're wearing their pant.
Yeah.
Shining pink. It is what it is. We watch wrestling. Them man wearing pant, bro. I wasn't uncomfortable. So don't do that, is what I'm saying. It's not, in a certain setting, that's what's expected. When you're making it seem like walking down the road and all of a sudden there's just a guy in a thong next to me. Am I going to feel uncomfortable? No, I'm not going to feel uncomfortable. That's what he wants to wear. Same way if a woman was doing that, I might feel uncomfortable because it's like, bruv, you've made it...
Stop lying.
Okay,
cool.
uncomfortable.
Stop lying, Taze,
You made it sexual again because you might be attracted to said woman, her cheeks are out. It's still indecent, bro. Like, okay, would you... couples kissing in public, PDA, for example.
Yeah.
Does that make you feel uncomfortable? If you was on a train, for example.
I don't mind PDA. Is it PDA?
Yeah, PDA, public
PDA.
display of
Yeah,
affection.
I don't mind PDA. I think it just depends on the level of PDA.
They're going at it, lips in, all of that stuff.
Yeah, it's a bit mad, but yeah.
That you're not into that.
Nah.
But
But I don't mind Like, I don't mind a kiss. But remember, at the end of the day, it's not my business, so it is what it is.
Okay. We just draw the line underneath there, to be fair. Someone said in Dubai it's illegal for a woman to be topless, but not a man.
But even like, for example, when women breastfeed, they cover their breasts.
Some do.
Some work it out.
Yeah, because in their mind, you're not supposed to sexualize this.
Yeah.
Yes, but sometimes it's not just for the adult. There's kids as well, or there's like teenagers, or it's for everyone. It's not just for.
With the covering.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying that there's also women that don't cover.
Yes, I'm saying. But who's right and who's wrong? That's my point. Like, how do you look at it? Some people look at it as indecent. It's decent to cover it because there's other people that are looking. Some people look at it like you're sexualizing me feeding my baby. Do you know what I'm
There
saying?
has to be a limit. Obviously, there has to be a limit because.
But that's my point. There has to be a limit in terms of like, and unfortunately, that's where this.
Well, I think there's a limit for everything, though.
Yeah, but this
Yeah.
that's where the conversation swings in terms of.
But I think what you're trying to get at is like how, yeah, there needs to be a limit, but the how then like the smallest thing becomes a problem for women, and that's a slippery slope, because it's like now, it's illegal for me to do something in another country versus a man, when in reality, it's just as indecent, really.
But we know what the elephant in the room is because of that.
What are you talking about in terms of being topless?
Yeah, so essentially,
But in Dubai, for example, a man can't be topless either.
oh, I'm going off of the comment.
about
I
the
actually
comment.
don't know what the law is, but
Yeah, but
I'm just going off
in
the
Dubai, you can't be topless.
He said it there. In Dubai, it's illegal for a woman to be topless, but not a man.
No, that's a lie. We've been Dubai.
Wait, so if you go to a beach
Oh,
party...
no, sorry. I wouldn't say it's not illegal for a man, but you're not allowed to walk around topless.
Yeah, in public places, yeah.
Yeah, in Dubai, if for example, if I'm at the beach and then I try and walk through the hotel with no top on,
You need
put your
to,
top on now.
you need
If
to
you're in a
practice
mall and you got no top on, they'll escort you out. Like, you have to wear something.
Yeah. But I think what you're trying to get at is like the fact that like, essentially women's bodies are policed way more than yours.
Yeah.
I think that's what you're trying to get at. And it's like, is it really necessary for our bodies to be that policed when people are now nervous to breastfeed their child? Like
you know they're breastfeeding. It's not like she just whipped out a titty and said, yo, let's make it sexual. I've whipped out a titty to feed my child. And you lot are going to tell me this is sexual.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying who's right and who's wrong, because I'm saying there's some women that would want to cover because they don't want to be seen.
But that's their decency. That doesn't.
That's
But
what I'm
generally
saying.
speaking, is not wrong. Is what I'm saying.
I didn't say it is. I'm saying it depends on. I'm saying what is right and what is wrong, because some women will cover themselves and say, I don't want people to see me. Some women will say, look, if you want, I don't care. That's what I'm saying. Like, who's
I don't think it's a look if you want, I don't care thing.
I think it's more like from a woman's perspective. In my head, I've never had a child, so I've not had to do this. But in my head, it's kind of like, I'm so sick of having to think about all this stuff. I just need to feed my child.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing all this long thing. Because we, like,
what
the
I'm
amount of,
saying.
like, monitoring we have to do, the amount of thinking we have to do, like, all the time about how we look and how we might be perceived, for then people to say, oh, you guys should cover or you should do this. When earlier you just said literally like, what's going on with the man then that they're paying for this stuff on OF? That's where the direction should go in terms of conversation. Like, what's wrong with the guys that it's now become a thing where I can't breastfeed my child, or I have to think about X, Y, and Z. I have to do
That
this.
even falls into line of what I was saying in terms of why it's seen differently as well, in terms of women's breast and like there's so many guys that sexualize women in terms of, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm not saying it's right, sorry, but I'm saying that's why like breast is like I don't know how do I word it, but it's seen as like same. Remember, like if you speak to guys, you ask them like, what are you? They're either a breast man or a bum man. So it's kind of like if women are now walking around with breasts out, it's kind of like a woman walking around for certain guys with a bum out. So
then it goes back to the question of like, why is it that I now as a woman need to think about whether my breast or my bum is out and not you guys changing the conversation around women?
But do you want to have your breast and bum out?
Do I want to have it out?
That's another conversation as well, because the way we're talking about it is like you want to have it out, but
no, but why?
No, I'm just asking. Do you want to have your breast and bum out?
Not as I got older. I don't care. Like the way I dress is so different now, so I don't care to do it like that.
I'm saying, but at any age, what I'm trying to get at is it's kind of like the way we're talking is like, I get that yes, men are wrong for viewing women sexually. I'm saying, but at the same time, women don't want to wear that anyway. Women don't want to have their breasts out and have their bum out.
No, I think you're missing the conversation. They're missing the point. The slippery slope is women are over there.
Yeah.
They want to feel sexy. Feeling sexy might involve having the breast or bum out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That doesn't.
Not.
No, I'm just saying.
No.
Let's
Not technically. Because remember, we're talking about breast out completely. We're not talking about showing cleavage or wearing.
No, I'm making it. No, I'm making it. I'm making it.
No, we're talking about because the point was men being topless and women being topless. I'm not talking about women going to the club and showing cleavage.
No, but I'm not saying. I'm not saying that women. But I'm not. But I've moved. I think I've moved.
No, we can't have moved on because that's what that's the sticking point was. Why are men allowed to be?
I didn't say why men are allowed. The conversation was when you said you jumped in and you said why is it seen as appropriate?
Yeah.
What at the end of the day we know why. We know why it's seen as appropriate. Yeah. Exactly. But then we moved on to women breastfeeding. Women being able to breastfeed and not be sexualized.
Yeah, they shouldn't be.
Yeah, but then also when they're dressing with maybe they got their breast out or their bum out, they're sexualized by default by certain men. Is what you're saying, and that's the issue. And that's
I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about the original fact of when we were just talking generally that why can men be topless and it's cool, and women could be topless and it's seen as different. And
we moved on from that.
No, but that's what I'm talking about in terms of. Would you want to be topless?
Okay, but what about the women that want to be, like, have their bum and chest out, is what I'm arguing. Them women that want to dress sexy, but still don't want to be objectified by men, is what I'm saying. The slippery slope is you're making it seem as if because your chest is out, you're going to be objectified. But
you are, because
that's the problem.
Same way same way when I walk in carnival with no top on, I get objectified by women.
But I wouldn't argue that's right, though. I would also say it's wrong.
I didn't say it's right or wrong. I'm saying it happens. But the way we're making it seem is that only men do it. I'm like, women do it. When I go carnival, women are rubbing my chest, all your arms. It happens.
Wait, so you think... So you
wait. One second.
No.
And I'm saying sometimes, like, I can't go.
No, what you just said, yeah?
Yeah.
So if a woman had her chest out, can men do that?
No.
Exactly.
I don't get what that means.
My point is, you said,
but women. But what I'm trying to say to you is the
it's
way
problematic. Is what I'm saying. But you're not reporting it because you're okay with it.
But that's what I've been. Yeah, but you're getting. This is what I'm saying. The whole point I've been saying is the reason why women don't have their breast out because it's problematic in terms of how people see women in their breasts, whatever, and what can happen. Same way for men when we're topless and we're walking in certain environments, women touch man up or feel whatever. But it's very different from men because I don't feel the threat of sexual violence like that. Because a woman can't bad me up, whereas a man can do it to a woman. So I'm saying the reason why women can't, or maybe it's the reason why society sees it as women can't do it is because of the
threat.
The threat to a woman if it is exposed.
But at the same time, and then all I'm saying is, can you see that the woman doing it to you is still problematic?
100%.
Okay, cool.
But remember,
that's all I'm arguing.
Yeah, no, 100%. But remember, we had a conversation in the group where we say that the fear that men feel from women is not the same fear that women feel from men, because I still have a sense of control in that environment or in that scenario. It's annoying and it's wrong. But I don't feel like this can go left at any point in time.
You're not fearing for your life.
I don't fear for my life. Whereas if you're at carnival and you're topless and a guy grabs your chest, you're like, I don't know what's going to go on there. If someone's not around to help me, I might be in trouble here. Whereas in the carnival, I'm not looking like, man, them save me. I might be like, save me because she's not nice, like as a banter thing. But I don't feel fear. So I'm saying maybe that's where it comes from, where people, there's layers to it, where women...
People just keep their hands to themselves.
Yeah, and I think because there's layers to it, you might be talking about different layers. I think you're having the conversation of where basically it's like, we can see that these things happen, and they happen, like there's a slippery slope, and these little tiny things that we're talking about can lead to these bigger things.
Yeah.
And you're basically asking, why aren't we tackling these bigger things by asking different questions?
Yeah, but I think as a society, I feel like maybe there's things in place to like, we might look at it like it's policing women's bodies, but maybe it might be a case of trying to not cause harm, but trying to stop something from happening. But then I get Tazer saying, but why is it happening? But then again, it goes back to the conversation we had about people getting robbed and that girl in Miami saying, why does she have to tell people that she's with her brother and her uncle?
So I think
Why do I have to watch? Why do I have to, if I'm wearing a watch, why do I have to watch where I'm going to? Do you know what I'm saying?
so. Two things can be true, right? Or like we can do two things at the same time. So we can know that in reality, right now, unfortunately, you walk down the street, your watch is going to get robbed, right? But that's not going to be the only solve. So whilst you're having to do that, unfortunately, there should be other things to be done to stop people from doing
That.
stealing.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So same with, unfortunately, yes, women, we have to do things because there's a huge threat to us. But because most of the time the conversation stops there, that's why we get annoyed. Because it's like, okay, cool, we're doing this thing, but the threat isn't stopping. So do something about the threat then. And what you're talking about is part of that conversation. Stop how we think about women's bodies. Also teach men how to react to women's bodies differently. And then eventually, hopefully, we don't have to do that thing.
Yeah, 100%. But do you know what? It's such a mad topic because even when you look on Instagram or whatever, women are just like, there's a lot of like sexualization going on online, like even like gym content, like it's borderline like, but like you're doing a squat or you're doing a lunge. I don't have to see it from this angle.
No, 100%.
The video, the camera's like down here. Like really and truly, a lunge, I can see it from the side. I can see it from the front.
Yeah.
But I'm
The
saying,
video says shoulder workout. That was the caption.
but
It was shoulder
so
workout. That was-
we can't be disingenuous with this conversation and make it seem as though, yes, there are men who are wrong, 100%, but then there are women who lean on being sexualized when it suits them and when it's convenient to sell a product or look good. But then the repercussions that has is there's men looking at your content
Which,
that are never going to meet you, that you're there. And that's why OF's going through the roof because these men are not able to see these women on Instagram, so they're buying it. And it's just a crazy loop on the cycle where it's causing a lot of weirdos now and a lot of men who are in weird spaces to do weird things. I'm not condoning their behavior, by the way. I'm just saying that you're feeding the beast to an extent, but then moaning about the beast at the same time. It's like we need to tackle all different parts of this circle that's
Agreed.
going on.
Oh, no, I agree. Because that's what I was going to say. Like, those women also, they exist. But it goes back to, like, the algorithm feeding you that validation and making you money. So if we gave them legitimate ways to not be broke, then hopefully that would be less of a option.
Yeah.
Then you're starving the demand. Hopefully as well, you're teaching the people who are within that demand to think differently. So there's bare things you have to do all together to make these things work.
I think I can't lie. I don't even see it improving, man.
You don't think it's improving?
Nah, I don't see it. I feel like if you're a fully grown adult and you're in this phase, because remember that's why I say porn's very dangerous, because porn for me is something that, for example, like obviously I don't want to get into your business, but sexually as you got older, there's certain things that you experienced or saw, and then you realise that was your trigger or that's what gets you off or that. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas porn, I'm sure there's so many people who have watched porn, gone into a category that they didn't even really understand, and then now that's your fetish, and you can't get off unless you see this thing,
Yeah.
or you can't get off unless this, and it's just like now your whole world has changed. Now normal sex isn't getting you off anymore. It has to be this level of
Slippery slope.
slippery slope. So now, how does that person get back to, like when you're like on Instagram and you're changing like saturation, whatever. How do you get back to zero? You're on 24 now.
You need to cut off the supply.
But
It's
then
a drug. Cut off that supply.
But if no one is telling you that, you're gonna keep on. You're gonna get deeper and deeper and deeper in. And I feel like that's what society is right now. They're like everyone's pointing fingers at everyone else. Everyone is just like not like it's a mess. And I think that's why for me, I mean the social media ban for kids is good, but at the same time, I don't know, man. I feel like the damage has already been done because kids are on social media now. Like it's their thing.
Yeah, but for example, if you have someone who wants you to, they want to speak to you, they want to open up, be vulnerable, because they want to change something, and can you speak to them based on the answers that they're giving you? Can you say, you know, this is a client I can't work with, it's done, or do you still?
Because But because I think they're too far gone.
Yeah, too far gone. Or do you still try?
No, I still try.
You don't give up. What does that look like?
What, giving up on someone?
Yeah.
Boy, I don't even, because I've even worked in like mental health hospitals, like in the intensive care, right? So I guess the worst of the worst of the worst that it can get. And I've seen those people come back. So in my head, if they can, I think anyone can. But I think it takes a lot. It takes a lot of work.
I got a question here. It says, what's one thing that people get completely wrong about therapy that you wish you could correct publicly?
Oh, that's good. One thing I think is that it's there to make you happy. Like, I'm not here to make you happy. That's not what my job is. You have to put in the work, and it is work. And sometimes it hurts, and sometimes it doesn't get better fast. It gets worse before it gets better. And I'm not here to make you happy all the time. That's not what our goal is. It's to give you, this is what I say to my clients. I want to give you more options, because right now your triggers are running your life and you don't have as many options. When you become aware of those triggers, you know how they impact you, like maybe how you feel, how you think, how your body feels, what you do. You now have even more options to think, okay, I'm going to do things differently. I'm here to give you more options. And eventually you'll start picking the option that makes sense for your life. And you'll do that over and over again, and you will see your life change. So I'm not saying that you won't ever have that trigger again. I'm not saying you might never be tempted again.
You can handle it a lot better.
You can handle it better, and you can make more of a choice. I'm giving you more choices. I'm not here to make you happy.
Okay.
Also, could you ask something? I was going to say, in regards to therapy, do you think there's any truth in that, for example, if you're a black woman, you should try and go to a black woman or another black man, or vice versa. If you're a black man, you should go to a black woman or a black man, because sometimes there's certain nuances that need to be understood in terms of black people or our lived experience that maybe a therapist of another ethnicity might not understand? Or do you think that's total nonsense and it just depends on how you bond with that therapist?
I think everyone's different. I think there's pros for sure. Like, example, at work, my name isn't Amani. Milligan it doesn't glare that I'm black, right? So people will see that on a letter. They'll come in, like a black family, and I get a sigh of relief. Like, we didn't know who to expect. But automatically they feel relaxed. Because I come in and I don't look too dissimilar from how I'm dressed today. Like, do you know what I mean? So I looked a bit more relatable. And I think that gives them a lot of ease. And I think just that alone can be very powerful for people. But it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to relate on everything. I'm Jamaican, you're Nigerian. There's going to be some kind of nuances there, do you know what I mean? So I always have the conversation of, like, even though it can be helpful that you might not have to explain a lot of things, don't assume I know everything. We still need to, like, work through those differences. And that can be really helpful. But some people don't want to speak to anyone from their same background. Why? You could know my auntie. Why am I telling you my business?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, community is small, so I'm not telling you that. Or sometimes I don't want to be thinking about my culture all the time. Not everyone wants to do that. So I just want the techniques. Give me the techniques. I'm not interested in everything else. So for some people, it will work. Ultimately, the relationship is the most important thing. Regardless of what kind of therapy you're using, the relationship with your therapist is the most important thing. So if you feel like being with someone who's the same gender or race or whatever is going to help with that relationship, then yeah, go for it. But if you don't care, then it's also fine.
Also, I heard another thing where people said that some therapists kind of make their sessions a bit longer because they want to get, like, more P's in terms of, like...
Wait, who said that?
Like, you can fix me in 3 sessions, but I'm here for 8.
Oh, okay,
You know what I'm saying?
okay.
Like, we could have rounded this up, like, 4 sessions ago, but because you want to... I'm not saying you, by the way.
Yeah, no, I know,
I want a bit of, like, I think there was a sketch where it was like, just as I get into the good bit, you always be like, all right, and then next session will be Tuesday, and he'll be like, anytime you ask a good question... Yeah, our next session will be, like, so...
There could be those people.
No?
There could be those people, but I'm not. My goal is that you don't need me one day. One day you're not going to need me. And I actually start talking about you not needing me from, like, the first session. Like, because some people get quite attached. Yeah, get quite attached. Which, again, can be fine. There's limits to it. But I always say, like, one day, like, I'm not going to be here. You need to be able to cope on your own. So I'm not in the business of just keeping people
you here
going.
for a long time.
Yeah.
Is there a type of social media use that you see consistently people make online that makes their mental health worse?
Oh,
Social media behavior.
I've got a few things. So I think some mental health content isn't that helpful because maybe it's misinformation.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's helpful. I also think that people need to be aware that relationships are the thing that trigger us the most as humans. We all love love and we all have different relationships. So it's easy to suck us into relationship content. And the issue is people are going to be speaking from their own triggers. So someone might grab you like, oh yeah, I went through this breakup and da 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 da. Because you're going through a breakup, now you're sucked in. Guys, have some discernment, please. Nah, please have some discernment.
You know what's funny?
Please.
There's a video that I was gonna play. I was hoping you said something along those lines.
Mm.
There's a video. It's a married woman who's basically got sucked into the whole "I hate my husband" content.
Yeah.
She's like, my husband's not even a bad guy.
He's not even a bad
She's
guy.
like, she stopped the social media stuff and she started loving it. She realized she fancied him again, loved it.
Yep.
Just allowed the internet to just kind of
I'm not gonna lie to you.
manipulate her.
You know how sad that is.
Very sad.
That
Yeah,
you can
but
be manipulated by the...
That even happened to you.
Mhm.
Are you alright in your head?
At least she addressed it. Hold on, where's this video?
That's mad to me that the woman that I marry, social media can make me look at her sideways. Are you alright? How? People that I don't know. People that even come to the wedding.
No, legit. Another
where's
country
this
even.
video?
Another country, people that
Yeah.
you care about. You see, what they say, comparison is a thief of joy.
Mm.
I didn't save the video.
You didn't save it. You see this algorithm though? It will suck you in. It's designed to do that.
Yeah.
Like it's literally designed to it's designed to talk to your triggers. And if you get sucked into that and again allowing your triggers to rule your life, the algorithm is gonna keep feeding it and you're quickly, I was gonna say radicalized. But in that case, I guess, yeah, in a way, radicalized. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think that someone who can get radicalized or have these ideologies on Instagram, TikTok, whatever, hit them and change their view? What is that? Is that I don't know? Is that not in a rude way? Is it lack of intellect? What is it like? Or is it a community thing where because this is
Lack
something?
of self-esteem.
Yeah, lack of self-esteem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? is it that, like, or is it a community as in like what I'm going through, they're going through, so it's right to give it? Like, do you know what is it? Because I've never seen anything on Instagram and it's made me say, yeah, I'm going with that. What?
I think it's a few things. You know how earlier you were talking about just seeing that guy on the block, like that older guy, right? And obviously you would have known, like, kids that maybe he went up to and said, "Oh, here's £5." Do you know what I mean? Like small things, and then next thing you know, he's rolling with them.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's like a little thing might get you again. So with that woman and her husband, it might have been like a video that started with like, "Oh, my husband always leaves the toilet seat up. Oh yeah, mine does as well." And eventually it's more and more and more and more things. On top of what you said, like people are very isolated. They are talking to AI and the algorithm. They ain't got no one else to bounce ideas off.
Remember I said it to you, a lot of people don't have friends, bro.
Yeah.
People they can just talk to and maybe get checked and are you alright? They're just going to ChatGPT or again going to the internet. People that don't necessarily care about them too tough. They're in the comments, like they're responding, but they don't care. You know what I mean? And this is who you're interacting with every day. So even your phone ringing, you're shocked. Like, bro, someone rang my phone. How are you? You don't even have to answer that. You'd rather just go on
No, I hear
Instagram
that,
and maybe
but-
post a story.
No, I hear that, but why? That still doesn't explain to me why.
Someone's easily influenced.
Yeah, that your view can change that easily. Like, remember, it's not like with reform and this whole immigration thing where, like, it's been festering for years. That you can see that, like, I'm not condoning people having that point of view, but you can see where it's come from. Like, you can kind of see it's been festering. You can see the propaganda that politicians have been putting into place and whatever. But I'm just like, for example, with that, you have a husband that's loving, and the algorithm made you look at him sideways.
There's propaganda for that as well. There's propaganda.
No, I get that, but I'm
like-
saying, for example, like most of the people who live in the UK that have this mentality, majority of them are not around ethnic minorities enough to be impacted. A lot of them, around other white people.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
But you're around your husband, so you shouldn't be influenced because your husband is there.
That's what I'm saying. It's it's
yeah.
just someone white from, I don't even know, Doncaster who, the immigrants need to go back. I'll be like, I don't hear what you're saying, but you don't see black people. Whereas if a white person that lived in Brixton said that, I'd be a bit more like, but you're around black people every day, like, and you go to the black shops. So I'm looking at it like that. So I'm looking at this woman's husband, like, how can you get swayed? As in, like, forget people who are not around said community that don't understand and have lived in a bubble. Your husband does what he needs to do for you. You married him, you love him. And the algorithm made you look at him like, I don't even like you no more. Then when you got off the phone, you were like, I like him now. Like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm making sense. Like,
No, I think I do. I get you. I think don't underestimate like in-group, out-group dynamics. Like
what's in-group, out-group?
So, like tribalism. Like, you know how like you lot can bond on being men, black men, Nigerian men. Yeah. Right? Like you're in-group. I'm the out-group because I'm a woman. And
you're not Nigerian.
And I'm not Nigerian, all these things. So you lot have things to like bond over. That's a very human, like almost primal like traits. Do you know what I mean? Like, again, like triggers. So if she's seeing loads of women, for example, and we don't know, maybe she's talking to her friends as well, she's bonding over the fact that they're women and the experience of being a woman and some of the things, again, slippery slope that she might be hearing. Again, I've not watched the video, but I'm just like speculating. Might be about how, okay, men can mistreat women. So now you're looking at your side, like your man sideways. Even though you love him, he's still the out group. He's the one that's the threat based on what you've seen, even though you're like scary, with him.
Hold on, that's mad scary. I'm the threat.
Another one. How much of what we call anxiety is actually our body trying to tell us something important?
Where are these questions coming from? These are good questions. Anxiety is always your body responding to threat, sorry. That's what anxiety is. It's like, there's a car coming, and you're about to step out on the road, I need to step back, there's a threat coming. So it always is responding to a threat. Whether that threat is real or not and actually can hurt you is a different story altogether. And that's when you might need to pause. So I'm going to use relationships again because it's always in the context. Always. If you want to hear about relationships, which is fair, I get it, I understand. You might then have an anxiety because someone did something because, again, you heard that's a red flag. So you're like, okay, threat. But you haven't had the chance to deep the situation, have a conversation with the other person, look at it from a different perspective. You've ran with whatever your mind has made up. And that's what anxiety will do. It'll tell you stories. So it's about calming down and knowing, okay, cool, if my body's feeling this way, it means it thinks there's a threat. Let me calm it down, take a minute, and then I can evaluate for real.
I don't know if this is an insensitive question, but I need to ask you. If it's insensitive, then don't answer it, But when someone says that they're anxious around you or they're suffering from anxiety or this situation is making them anxious, for example, as the other party, how do you address that? Like, how do you tackle that?
So if a friend came to me in a relationship, or like you're talking about my clients.
No, like I can give you an example, and Marvin's gonna laugh, but it's an example,
Okay.
So Marvin, you're out, you're at Matt's barbecue, you're speaking to her babes, cool. You like the babes, but it's too public, so you want to kind of cut through, go to the VIP, so you're private. But as you're cutting through, she's trying to hold your hand. You're giving her just meet me in the VIP. Why are you trying to hold my hand, man? Let's just cut through. Do you know what I'm saying? You get to VIP now, she's giving you the stiff shoulder. I didn't like the way you were refusing my hand. You're like, yo, like, I'm Marvin Abbey. Like, I can't just... As you're holding your hand, I
would have held the hand, by the way.
You know what I'm saying? So she turns around and says, you just give it a little thingy and say, okay, she turns around and says, that situation kind of made her feel a certain way. How do you approach that? Is what I'm saying.
You're asking me how...
No, I'm saying that she says to you that I felt a bit of anxiety, like, were you hiding me from someone? Like, what's the problem? Why didn't you want to hold my hand?
We just met.
Okay.
Yeah, and also it's a boundary though.
What's the boundary?
You didn't ask if I'm okay with it. You assumed I was.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, you assumed I was okay with it. Same way, like, if I done it to you, and I tried to hold her hand, and she was like, no. I'll be like, okay.
No, you didn't say no. You just kind of just started it
Yeah,
out.
but you can't say no when there's big ragga playing, like dancers playing, man. Big tunes playing, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and I wanna bet. And I was like, yeah, sorry, I can't hold you. But stop, man.
Hey. No, that happened to one of my boys at a festival one time, and then it caused a problem when he got into VIP, and then she was basically saying that she felt anxious that that people are looking at her, or people are looking at him. That's why he didn't do it. And he's just like, same answer he gave, like, no, I don't know you like that to be holding your hand. Like, what's going on? Like,
Yeah.
we're both grown. We can walk through the crowd.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not like I said, go that way and I'll go this way and I'll meet you at the end. We're walking through together. Just gonna try to hold my. But I know a lot of guys who have been in that situation. That situation is a 10-10. It happens all the time. Or you're at the bar, you're talking, then she puts her hand on your back, or it's just like you're doing that thing.
Or what's it? Claiming territory.
Yeah. Now I feel anxious. You know what I mean? I don't want to offend. I just want to just correct that. Yo, listen.
Do you know what I find interesting? Yeah, that you said that it's like women speak about boundaries a lot in terms of like guys being pervy and whatever, and you would think that they would have an understanding of that, but a lot when a girl likes you, she don't care. There's no like they don't have boundaries, as in like a girl would just grab your arm, chest, back, and you're like, I haven't given you permission to do this. But in her mind, like, what?
Yeah.
Why would you say no? What are you talking about? It's mad, but I see it. It's kind of like black people. We understand racism because we're in it. So I wouldn't be racist to somebody else because I understand how racism works. So I'm looking at women the same way, where like you understand boundaries and how people touching you is not nice. So why'd you do it?
Yeah, I agree. It should be the same. You know, this is very slightly connected to the conversation we were having earlier about like double standards and things.
Yeah.
Because people don't realize that when, say now we talk about consent more and we talk about how we need to like raise boys and girls to understand consent and not sexualize each other, it benefits you guys as well. Because the narrative is that, of course, you're going to want it. Because you lot have been told that it's just your nature that you can't control yourself. You're always going to want it. So if I have been taught that and then do it to you, we're confused because that's what we're taught. But that's not right.
I think that's why also women have an issue with rejection.
Yeah, because we were taught that they're bored, they have to.
No?
Yeah, but that's the problem. And this is why I don't like things, even when how there's sometimes stories come out how like a teacher, like a female teacher has done a thing with a younger student. And sometimes I hear men like, yeah, like they're rating the boy. He's a child. Stop sexualizing children just because he's a boy. Yeah. And then that, again, going back to the thing how like small things are a slippery slope. That small thing of instilling that ideology within a boy can lead to him turning into all sorts, but also women viewing him in a certain way. And those kind of scenarios. So it all kind of feeds into each other.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, going back to your question about if someone is anxious. Anxiety is a fear of uncertainty. So give the person certainty or reassurance or clarity.
But then sometimes can it not be tiring though sometimes? Because again, remember we went back to at the beginning when we were talking about people on social media doing certain things because they know it garners attention. Sometimes in relationships, people can understand that me constantly needing reassurance garners attention. Like normally you don't give me maybe as much attention as I want. So now if I create a situation where you have to reassure me, I get the attention that I need from you. So I'm going to keep on doing it. It's like, oh my God.
No, but if said man has a standard or his boundary, eventually that situation is going to come to a halt.
Yeah, but then that boundary can be communicated that you're unsympathetic or unempathetic or you lack understanding or you don't want it to work. Do you know what I'm saying?
Are you a bad person if you do that?
It can be framed that way though.
No, I'm
So I do think there's an issue in, again, how we get socialized in relationships. I think that everyone needs reassurance. Same way you like reassurance. It might manifest different, but I do think you like reassurance. And I also think there have been some narratives that have meant that women can get away with or have felt very insecure in relationships. So they need extra reassurance. When in reality, we also need to calm ourselves. If you're with a good person and they do give you reassurance and maybe they've slipped up here and there because that's human. I'm not talking about like abuse or anything here. I'm literally talking about a human mistake. I think we should be allowed to have that conversation with our partner without overreacting.
Can you clarify what a human mistake is? Because there's people that listen to Free Shots that think cheating is a human mistake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A human mistake is, I don't know, forgetting something or like you... I'm trying to think of an example. Okay, a client came to my head. He was meant to go to get a birthday cake from his brethren, and then the brethren was having a bit of a crisis, so he ended up being there for a long time to like help the friend, but forgot to text his wife to say, I'm coming back with the cake. So now she's like, you've left me at my birthday party with no cake. What the hell? But he just, in that moment, was in a crisis, didn't text. That's just a human like thing to happen. Do you know what I mean? Like things like that. We've all disappointed our friends before. Like just reasonable human mistakes. Yeah, not calculated. Like violations of boundaries in a relationship, like cheating.
Cheating can't be a mistake. There's too many layers to cheating.
There's too many layers.
Too many layers, man.
So yeah.
Anxiety. The reason why I asked that is because I'll be totally honest. I wasn't hearing anxiety. Primary school, secondary school, uni. It's a new term that people.
100%.
Sometimes I feel like some people use it to justify bad behavior.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, people do
And
that.
it's just like you said, that you want to show sympathy or empathy, whichever the correct term is. But at some point, it's like, nah, you're pissing me off, man.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, everyone has a limit.
So, but I don't think you should feel bad if, for example, the progression of that said relationship becomes.
Yeah, but the problem with life is when you've got 3 people in a room or one mediator, it's easier to navigate a conversation because there's someone involved in the conversation that's not invested. Whereas if I'm invested in point A and you're invested in point B, who's right and who's wrong?
Well, do you remember the?
I'm saying, so if you're with a girl, for example, and she's playing, she's doing all these things, and you're on a vibe of you're pissing me off, like this is a pattern that you keep doing, but in her mind, she subconsciously wants you to be closer, but she's doing it in the wrong way.
Yeah.
She's looking at you like you lack empathy. This is not good for my anxiety. You're a narcissist. It's like, but what's happening here?
Yeah, but remember the I can't remember what the name of the show is, but there's a show.
Couples therapy.
Is it Couples Therapy?
Yeah, I love that show.
And then the woman was sharing her concerns, and the man was kind of like giving his, and then it got to the point where the therapist was like, I'm not gonna lie, the woman is the problem. And she was like, let's get another therapist.
Screaming.
You get another therapist.
That's what I'm saying. There's people, when you're in a relationship, there's one on couples therapy where the girl cheated on her husband, yeah, to the point where he was like, I don't trust.
Hey, what is going on?
Yeah.
Ghana game is on.
That's what's happening.
No, but sorry to cut you. The majority of friends Ghanaian there, or
Yeah,
oh,
black
okay,
people, man.
No, I hear that. No, but doesn't mean they're all not Ghanaian.
I can't wait for them to lose, man.
That's what,
bad
That's
mind.
why I want my Nigeria.
I didn't want them to just have it, you know.
When they lose that one, I want to walk through there like a champion.
Have you not paid yet?
Why gotta go
I'm
champion?
not even in it.
You're not even in it.
That's what I'm saying.
What does that mean? That's because FIFA are racist.
Man.
I mean, serious. FIFA are racist still.
What do you mean?
Of all the African groups, only one person qualifies from each African group.
Yeah.
In the European, 2 from each qualify. Then the 3rd place person goes into a playoff. With the African group, the top 1 qualifies. The second one goes into a playoff.
Oh, so we were second.
And there's more countries in Africa than around Europe. So how have you got more people here?
Money.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not racist then. That's
What?
is that racism? If it's money.
It's because we're black, man.
Wait.
They don't rate us over there. African football, they don't go and get rated over
No,
there.
I know. But I'm saying, is it a money issue?
It's both, man. 2 things can be true at the same time. But yes, as I was saying, yeah, in regards to What was I saying again?
People making excuses. Oh, but, couples therapy. You're gonna say about
Yeah, you know, the woman
example.
said she was cheating on her husband, yeah?
yeah.
She cheated on him, sorry, and then he was saying to the therapist how it feels. I feel broken, I've lost trust and whatever. This woman was like, when she broke down what she said, I said, this is amazing. She said something along the lines of, I feel free. I feel like I've freed him, and I feel like I've freed myself in this relationship. And I feel like in that moment in time, I was free, and I've done what I've done. I've apologized, but he needs to kind of get over it. And I'm just like, wait, hold on. You're in the wrong here. But remember, if there are two of them in a room together, she has so much conviction in what she's saying that I think that's a problem that with relationships, people have so much conviction on their side of their story.
But that also might be a problem that she was dealing with, not a couple's thing.
Yeah, but it's affecting him.
Yeah. No, I agree. But
That's what I'm saying.
there's still going to be scenarios where you're in a relationship, but it's a you thing.
Yeah, but unfortunately, a relationship can't be a you thing because it's an us thing. There's two of us here.
That's the part of relationships I struggle with, man.
Like
There's
there's two of us here.
There's two of us here.
I understand there's two
can't
of
be
us,
a
but
you
there's still
thing.
things that I want to do. No, I'm not
Yeah,
cheating, by the way.
yeah.
But I'm just saying, for like, again, with situations like that, I need more context.
Okay.
Like, why did she go cheat?
No, but there's no context to that.
No. Again, I'm not validating the cheating, but if, for example, if she was asking of him to do something in the yard, and he just consistently wasn't doing it, she might have felt not seen.
That's still not.
I'm not validating the cheating, bro. I'm just saying, I believe there's more context to it. I personally believe when women cheat, there's something that's gone wrong. Whereas a man could cheat because he's got a trim.
I hear that, but it's still wrong.
I never said it's not wrong. I just said with that scenario, for her to say what she said, I'm free and I feel
No, but but you're missing the point that she might be mentally ill. Like she's not like.
Wait.
Why are we giving rationale here,
bro?
No, but it's true though.
She said she was free.
Brother, you cheated on me and you're telling me it freed you.
Yeah, but
you all right? What?
Yeah, but why?
That's the point of couples therapy, though, is to get down to the explanation.
Yeah, I don't want to get to why you
underneath
think it's free.
everything.
Why were you shackled?
Even though it's ugly. Even when it's ugly, like that's the point. Like I'm getting down to the
but
explanation.
Remember, well, my thing is, for example, I'm not getting down to the nitty gritty of this. My missus tells me that.
You're out.
Pack your bag. I don't want to get to the bottom of this.
No, but your self-esteem is different.
It's something to do with self-esteem.
It is, man.
There's a boundary that you violated. Like, remember, it's not a mistake. It's different between like if we got a joint account and you spent a bit of money and you're like, oh babe, sorry, my bad. That's something I can be like, come on, man, don't do that again, whatever. That's something you can work. Do you know what I'm saying? There's things you can do that in the moment maybe something happened and you thought you could pay it back later, and like it's still annoying, but cheating, nah. Nah.
No, I'm not validating the cheating, by the way. I'm saying your standard.
No, but you're saying that I want to know the reason behind like.
Because who cheats and says I felt free is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's like saying who. Like, this might sound mad, severe, but, like, who murders? Like, people are not all there. But just because, like, you're in an environment where it looks like it's conducive... No, just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean it's conducive. It doesn't mean that you're a fully functioning person. You might not be all there.
Or maybe she didn't want to be in a relationship.
So then step out of it.
Yes, I get that.
But don't cheat on me and tell me it freed you and I shall forgive you because it freed you.
Did she ask for forgiveness?
No, but again, that's what I'm saying. I need context. If it's a thing where imagine the man sitting there saying, oh, I want to make this work.
Yeah.
Her answer is, in order for this to continue, you have to get over it. That's the answer, no? So I get she cheated, but the man sitting there saying, yeah, but I still want it to work, but I need her to behave like this. It's kind of like, because you've done wrong, I've got one up on you now. Whatever I say you should do, you have to do because you're the one that's in the wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, that's only going to last a certain time because I'm not your slave, bro.
Yeah.
I get I'm the one that done wrong, but at some point, listen, you got to lift the shackles. So she's saying, oh, I committed this heinous act and now I feel free.
It's not heinous.
I feel free.
It's not heinous to her. That's
but
the whole point.
Because I can guarantee, if your missus cheats on you, you're not doing therapy.
Yeah, I know.
It's done, exactly. If you've gone to therapy, then clearly you're trying to make this work. So her answering that might not be a bad answer like you're making up because the context behind it is what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying I would need to know more. If they want to stay together and make it work and maybe they're trying for a child and he's still hanging it over it, you've got to free yourself,
normally
bro.
speaking, I'm taking paracetamol for someone's headache.
Yeah.
My man's doing it. Like,
He's doing what if he
that's what you want
likes
to do,
it, I love
bro.
it. But that's the point of couples therapy, isn't it? It's to get down to like that
Yeah.
the unconscious stuff that's happening, because it's never really about what you're arguing about. Like, it's never really about that.
That's why I
Other
think
things.
relationships to me are so scary, because I feel like I'm very like black is black and white is white. If we're having an argument, it's because of what's happening like now. I'm not resentful of something that's happened. Like, I'm not bringing in an argument that should have happened 2 weeks ago now because you didn't clean the spoon.
But it might be
No,
a
but it's
combination
not-
of stuff, though. It might be a build-up.
No, but my thing, but my thing is, as I see something, I'm going to say it.
But it's also as well, sometimes it's not about what happened 2 weeks ago. It's what it brings up in you. It's something about you and your own history, your own childhood. That's why it's not about that. The reason that you feel violated about an act that someone else might not feel violated about is about you and how you've been brought up, your experiences, etc. So that's what I mean sometimes when I say it's not about that.
No,
It's
I
about
understand
other
what you're
things.
saying, but that's why it's sad, because man can't argue over what we're arguing over.
No, but if, for example, like,
what I'm saying?
but let's say you keep doing something that annoys her and you keep brushing it like it's not a big deal because to you it's not a big deal. Maybe every time you go to the toilet, she wants you to put the toilet, close it.
Yeah.
Whereas you're like, for example, Mia does this thing sometimes where she goes to the toilet and I'll go in after her and she hasn't flushed yet. And I'll just stare at her like, you've done something wrong here. She's like, oh, sorry, Dad, I forgot. Okay. But at some point, this is going to become I might not shout at you, but a family member is going to shout at you for this because you might have left a log in there. Do you know what I'm saying? That you've just walked out. So, cool. But someone could snap on her one day and it makes it a big deal. And she's like, oh, it's not that deep. And yeah, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that deep. But at the same time, no, it is that deep. Why can't you flush once you... Do you know what I'm saying? So for you, in a relationship, it might be you do something that you don't think is a big deal. But to her, she's losing her mind.
Yeah, but that's fine. But I'm saying...
And she's telling you, and you're just brushing it.
That's different in terms of if and that's why I said to you, relationship is two people, it's not one. If I'm looking at it as one person, I'm looking at it like I don't care what you're saying. This is ridiculous.
No, I'm more talking about you saying that if we're arguing about something, why can't it be what's happening today?
But my point is, I'm looking at it as a relationship as two people. So if my missus tells me something like that, I'm going to take it on board because it's not just me in this house. So me flushing the toilet now, for example, I'll be mindful of it. I'll be like, oh, my bad, didn't really realise it bothered you like that. She might be like, yeah, the way I grew up, I'll be like, cool. So now, if it takes nothing from me, I'm going to start flushing the toilet.
But what if you don't, is what I'm saying.
No, but I'm saying I wouldn't. And I'm saying if I make a mistake, I'll be like, oh, baby, you know what, my bad, I'm trying, More times you see me doing it, I just forgot again. There's an understanding that happens here. I'm not going to get there from day one, but if she can see I'm improving or I'm trying, that's different. I'm talking about when people are just on the vibe of I'm not doing it because, what? That's nothing to me.
So is that the scary part for you?
Yeah, because in my mind, I'm like, there's two of us here. So it's a compromise, as in like, there's some things that are going to annoy me that don't annoy you and vice versa. So how do we meet in the middle? And also, tell me in real time. Don't hold on to it. And then...
let it manifest into something else.
And then there's an argument later on, and then it all comes out because of that.
You think people?
You know what I'm saying?
You think people have? Because I think a lot of relationships today, some people don't ask each other certain questions. Like I'm a friend talking to you about your situation, and I'm asking questions that you're like, oh, maybe I should ask him. Like, why haven't you asked your other significant other this question? Like, to have an understanding as to. Yeah. Why this is frustrating them or why it's frustrating you.
High stakes.
What's the rush though?
What's the rush?
Yeah, like...
Oh, wait, you mean getting into the relationship without...
Yeah, without having this conversation?
What? Sometimes asking questions and having those conversations is too high risk.
Oh, okay, quite see what you mean.
It's high stakes. Like, I could lose this person. Sometimes it's exposing an ugly part of me to myself that I don't want to acknowledge, or letting you see an ugly side of me. That's high stakes. You're going to leave me. I love you. I don't want to do that. So then we do these kind of like dances with each other because it's too scary.
That's the tango, that way there.
On samba.
Do you think you have
tango in me?
No, as in someone's tried to tango with you and you've avoided it because you don't want to expose certain parts of yourself.
No, I don't think so,
So you think a girl could ask you a question and you've answered it?
No, I feel like, depending on who you are, you could ask me a question.
You mean depending on who? What do you mean depending on who you are?
As in, not everyone can ask me any question.
You can put your dick inside her, but you should ask you a question.
What's happening?
See?
This is a disgusting question. I thank you. I'm so happy you done that. Women haven't.
I want to draw the line there.
I didn't even say I was. My thing is, see, I'm saying, we had a nice adult conversation. It's been very mature.
It's an adult conversation. What do you mean? We're all grown here.
No, come on, man. That's ridiculous, bro. Pull your socks up, man.
In real time, I saw your face change. You literally like, whoa.
So I'm saying, Brent, I ain't been on the defensive all episode because it's been a nice, safe episode. Nah, this is what we did. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm saying about guarded. You have to be guarded, man, because of this nonsense. What's happening there?
You ain't got to ask you, man. I'll just throw it out there. It is what it is, man. Remember, we're also recording a pod, you know. Someone's in there, someone's going to listen to this and be like, you know what? It's right. But it's true, though. Like, you lot have seen each other's... I'm saying sensitive areas, but you're scared to ask a question.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's scared to answer a question. I think it is to do with...
No, ask. I'm saying ask. If you ask me a question, that's it. Do you know what? No, I'm thinking about it. I don't want to answer that question right now. That's fair, but ask the question is what I'm saying.
My thing is not even that. My thing is the setup. It's like, for example, if we're dating with intention to take this further, ask whatever you want to ask. Because we're on the road to where we're going to. If this road is not open to that, there's certain things you can't ask me. Because do you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. That's why I'm saying, yeah.
Even there's that, I can't remember the guy's name. I think he's an accountant, and he has couples come to him with like money issues. And sometimes he'll like ask them for sensitive information.
The white guy, innit?
Yeah, sensitive information so he can address them. And some men are coming in with mad debt, 5-figure debt.
Yeah.
And the woman's like, I had no idea. And then he bads them up. No, you need to fix up. How can you put da-da-da-da-da? And the woman's there like, because she's seen it as, I've never seen him get checked like that before. And you're right in what you're saying, but I'm in love.
Matters of the heart, man.
Matters
of the heart. They'll cover a lot of things. Yeah.
I was going to say, the life's still going, I forgot, you know. I'm gonna switch off. Is there so people often say that men and women see relationships differently in regards to even us growing up. Do you find that true to be in terms of it always seems as though women tend to be more ready to settle down or more open to the suggestion of it growing up, whereas the man them seem to be a bit more nah, not yet, until I meet the right one, and then, do you know what I'm saying? Is there anything psychological about that, or is it just fallacy, or is it not there truth to it?
I think there's truth for it. Like more time I'm talking about relationships, more time when I'm working with people. Yeah. It's about man or gal, either way, right? And I do see it play out where like the men are talking about in some way, even if they're single or going through an issue with their girlfriend or wife, there's something about wanting to be a man and feeling needed and all those things in like a material way, like a provider way. Yeah. Whereas with a lot of the women, there's a lot of like, I want to be understood and he's not listening to me, and like it's about emotions. And when the women are single that I work with, there is more like, I'm trying to date, I'm trying to do these things, whereas the men are like, oh, yeah, I've not really been on that actually. Like I'm trying to get my money up, I'm trying to do whatever. So guys, there's a...
You got to score something?
Anna must have scored. No?
Yes, no.
Hurricane committed a rough challenge.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's just, I don't know.
Bloody hell.
But there's...
I never had gone inside that in my life. That is saying.
But no, there's a difference. 100% I've seen a difference.
It's interesting because even I've had a conversation and it's kind of like, you see, like when you go to school and you learn science, you learn maths, you learn whatever, no one's ever taught us how to be in a relationship before.
Which I think they need to do.
Like we've never been taught, do you know what I'm saying? So everyone learns on the job. And there's this notion that, like, I don't know, that women are good at it and men are bad at it, or like men are not as...
Yeah, where did the women learn, by the way?
And I'm just like, you ain't learned.
They're always ready, but we're not.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you ain't learned nowhere.
I don't know.
We're both learned in the same place, roughly.
Roughly.
Like, how are you how you like, what do they call it?
Head honcho.
Not head honcho, but you know, like the ruling factor, or like the, you know, like the whatever it is.
The,
The
like
ruling,
the golden standard for what
yeah,
relationship
for
should
relationships.
be.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying,
yeah, yeah.
Because even I saw a video the other day, which was sick, and it was saying in terms of emotions and stuff like that, emotional regulation, whatever. It was saying that women are better in terms of emotion, in terms of understanding their emotion, in terms of understanding what they're feeling. But they're not the best in terms of regulating it sometimes. Whereas men are not the best at understanding their feelings, but they might be better at regulating it sometimes. Like, for example, the whole like birthday thing. Like, if I have a birthday party, Taze can't make it. I want Taze to be there, but I'll regulate and be like, I mean, he's busy, innit, or money. Whereas some girls on a vibe of, that's the most important day, like, of the year. Like, she has to be there. Why wouldn't she be there? It's like, babe, regulate, man. Like, you've been cool for time. But friendships end over stuff. And I'm just like, a friendship's going to end over if someone's coming to your birthday. It should be end over something serious in terms of, like, they've stolen from you. They've done something, do you know what I'm saying? Not because they didn't turn up to Hack and Sands, you know what I'm saying?
I think this is the thing. So people sort of talk about emotional regulation and think it's just keeping things in.
Yeah.
There's more to it than that. There's like the noticing part of it.
Yeah.
So like being able to notice what's happening. Then it's okay, I know my feeling wants me to do this thing. It wants me to lash out, but that's not going to be helpful. So let me channel it in a different way. Let me do something else. And then there's the kind of processing part of it. And I think we all have gaps in different parts of it.
Okay.
And I think that's where some of the issue can come in. Because I do think women can be good at reflecting and talking about things and naming things. I think we have a bit more like language around emotions. This is very generic, please, guys. Whereas men, I don't think you always have the opportunity to, or the permission to do that work. And I think that, again, slippery slope stuff, isn't it? When you're younger, it's just a boy being a boy. Like, boys will be boys if he's being angry or something. Slippery slope, it means that you don't have the chance to learn how to manage anger, for example. And some men go to the extreme and have really bad anger issues. So I think we need to get better at, for both men and women, boys and girls, doing those things. What's this emotion? What's it telling me? Is it helpful? How can I manage it in a different way? How can I communicate to the other person? Do you know what I mean? I think there's a process for everything. I would say a lot of relationship content is directed at women. If I went on my algorithm compared to your algorithm right now, I guarantee about 5 relationship stuff will come up. Guaranteed.
You're the target market.
We are the target market.
And then also, when there are men that are online and even being like, what's the word I want to look for? They're aware of their emotions, so they can communicate a lot better. And there's certain language that they use. They get labelled, they're pandering, or it's just a pick me. It's like, no, this is just someone who can identify what emotion he's going through, and he's explaining it.
Yeah, but I think it goes back to, again, the whole thing at the beginning we spoke about people realising what works and what doesn't work. Because a lot of guys realise that if I pander to women, they're going to lap it up.
No, but even
for example, Derek Jackson. I don't remember Derek Jackson.
Oh, and his woman had the bonnet of salvation.
But like, so that's what I'm saying. So, for example, like the way he was frying men,
yeah,
and women were loving it. These times, he's one of the worst men to his own wife. But he realised that sells to women, and even afterwards, women are still buying into his product now, because he's still saying what they want to hear. But then, what's more important? But how is the message more important than the messenger? The messenger has got to be just as important as the message.
Absolutely.
It can't be. You can't. Do you know what I'm saying?
Say that again. The message has got to be just as important as the message.
Yeah. But I can't.
Necessarily.
What?
No, I think so.
I'm saying just as a statement. If someone says something that made sense, doesn't necessarily mean I need to invest in that person. I'm listening to what they said.
No, but why are you saying it? If you're saying it just to appease me.
No, I get what you're saying.
It doesn't hold the same weight. For example, if I'm talking about.
You're saying he's saying it to appease them. I'm saying
he's saying it just to sell products for women.
Yeah, but if the woman's going through something like we've said, and this message, this sounds right. She doesn't care about this person. This just sounds right, and it works with what I'm dealing with. That I'm listening.
What I'm saying, but sometimes what he's
you want me to invest in the person.
Yeah, but my thing, it's not even that. Sometimes when what someone's saying sounds so good to be true, it's like, all right, fair enough, I hear it, but and then you're looking at his life. You're like, brother, you don't even do this yourself.
Mm.
And you're telling women to leave men or do this to men that blah blah blah, but you're not upholding the same standard in your own life to your wife.
No, I understand that. I get that.
So
But
how
doesn't
do you
mean
have
that
the mouth to
message-
tell us?
Yes, the audacity. Yes, but doesn't mean that the message isn't valid.
It's garbage.
Also, and also like the audience is they're gonna take it in.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I think the issue is part of the issue, like the gap between men and women. Again, is how we're taught to value certain things. So we are very much taught like the Disney thing, like the wedding, all those things. Guys, are you ready for a marriage? You want this big wedding day, but are you ready for a marriage? Do you have this? Because some women, again, you said, oh, a lot of women are ready. They're ready to have a title, but have you done the work experience? You can't go into a job and then not done the work experience or like, studied for it or whatever. You have to do the work. And the same with men. I think everyone has to value relationships in the same way, but we're taught to value different things. And now we're fighting. When ultimately it benefits all of us. The same that I just said earlier, if you stop thinking about how to sexualize women and you think about consent, it helps you guys as well. Everything that women are most things that women are fighting for actually ultimately help you guys as well. So it's better for everybody to be invested in relationships. We're talking about having like families and legacies and breaking intergenerational curses, all of those things. You do have to learn how to communicate. You do have to learn how to know your own emotions. You do need to learn how to have a community. Like all of those things are important. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know what's going on. Like,
That thing is kicking off. Have they won?
nothing's happening.
What Ghana miss?
Yeah, no, England.
England miss, yeah.
Skied it.
Who, Harry Kane?
Yeah.
My thing is this here. I saw something else as well, where the guy was talking about how women communicate with each other and how when women communicate with each other, they're very expressive. They don't really leave like no stone unturned. Like,
Oh yeah.
whether they're talking about sexually, whether they're talking about the first date, whether they're talking about this guy, very descriptive, very safe space to say whatever they want to say to their friend. Whereas guys, it's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, unless you're a bit of a creep or a bit of a weirdo, not in a rude way, you're not gonna go into detail of how you had sex with a girl. Like, your bedroom might just, what happened? You know, like there's more of that. You know what I'm saying, even a date. If you have a date with a girl, how'd it go? No, it was good, man. Really good company, man. Like, we had a good conversation. Yeah, man. I'll see you again on Wednesday. It's very like brief, but man, talking about Liverpool and Arsenal, I'm talking about 4-4-2, the high press. Do you know what I'm saying? Where we feel safe speaking about stuff is very different. And when I saw this video, they were saying that a lot of the problem is that men and women sometimes communicate differently, but they don't understand that. So, for example, like a guy might be like, why does she want me to open up so much? That's not what I do. Or a woman might be like, why doesn't he open up as much? Or vice versa. It's like, but we communicate differently to our friends, and I think we bring that into relationships where we're like, because me and Taze speak a particular way, that's how I can talk to my girl. And because my girl might think, because I speak to the girls in a particular way, why don't Mar speak to me like that? It's like, we need to come into this scenario realizing it's not the same.
Yeah, but a different perspective. I don't think that's a bad thing. Because...
No, it's a bad thing if you expect the person to speak
No.
how you speak to your friends or how you speak to your girls.
No. I expect my missus to okay, I'm trying to think. If I want to feel an element of closeness with my missus, yeah, she has to speak to me.
No, you don't get what I'm saying.
No. I'm saying so.
Yeah, but she has to learn how to speak to you, not assume you should speak to her how she speaks to her people. You have to learn your partner.
No, but I'm talking about her feeling like closeness with me. She might not be interested in football, for example.
No, it doesn't have to be football. I'm just talking about in general. When you communicate,
yeah,
you're not going to communicate. How she communicates with her girls, you might not be as descriptive or as forthcoming with information, or you might not be as likely to just lay it all on the table because that's not how you speak. But
it is how I speak, though. You just said that's how you speak with your boys.
No, you're not going to. I'm talking about certain things, about certain topics.
Yeah.
there's a certain.
So are we talking about the topic, or are we talking about how you communicate?
I'm talking about how you communicate in terms of topics, in terms of what, like, with women, there's certain things where women don't. There's no barrier. There's no like safe. I mean, there's a safe space so they can. For example, I put it this way: when if a woman gets cheated on, she'll tell her girl she got cheated on, like fully, like all of her girls will know. Whereas man, if you get cheated on, maybe one of us might know. You're not telling everyone. I'm just saying generally because for you, it's not a safe space to feel vulnerable about that because it doesn't make you feel in a particular way.
Okay.
So I'm saying, generally speaking, that's just an example of how one topic is viewed differently by two people and how it'll be spoken about differently. So I'm saying, but if now a girl wants you to speak about you being cheated on in the same way that she's speaking to her girls, it's not going to work.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm saying, whereas you both have to understand that that's how you communicate and that's how I communicate, and you have to learn each other.
I think
a lot of people don't learn each other. They want you to meet them where they are, and speak to me how I want to be. It's like love language. If your love language is physical touch and acts of service, but mine is another two, and I keep trying to, or she keeps trying to love you with her acts. I mean, with her two, you're not going to appreciate it because those are not your two.
Mm. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying communication works the same way. If you're not communicating in the same style, there's going to be a problem.
So if a woman wants more, like you to be more open, but you're just like, that's just not how I am.
Yeah.
You're saying that maybe it would be best for her to accept that?
No, I'm just saying in terms of both of you to accept it, it's different.
Okay.
As in terms of like, she's not right and I'm not right.
Right.
But we need to work this out somehow for this to work.
Okay, so how would you work it out then?
I don't know. Speak about it.
Because I think when I hear people complain about that, I think it's more to do with, like you said, we specified in regards to a specific topic. There might be certain conversations I feel comfortable having with my boys, but then it's a different conversation that I want to have with you. I'm still opening up. This is how we connect, as opposed to, like, don't say about the way you connect with Aaron is different to the way you connect with me. Yes, that's my best friend. You're my missus. It's gonna be different. But at the same time, I'm still gonna open up to you. You said something about just being closed. That sounds a bit like you can't have a missus where you're just closed all the time. That's not
I'm not
gonna
saying
work.
because, and also I'm saying I think with men as well. A lot of the time we see one thing but hear another. So for example, we hear be open, be vulnerable, but then we hear be a real man. Lead. I'm not saying you can't be vulnerable, not lead. Like even for example, look at OP. Like people calling OP, questioning his sexuality, questioning how he speaks, and it's like, but this is a guy who is vulnerable and is just being himself.
Yeah.
But because you're not seeing the stoic man that you want to see, or the womanizer, now it's he must be gay, or he must be. It's like.
But that's the ignorance that I was talking about.
That's my point. I'm saying, so guys, sometimes we hear one thing and see another.
Because he said he grew up in
with a white family.
I mean, yeah. No.
He he feels uncomfortable in settings with more black people than white people.
Yeah.
And like, the way he explained his upbringing, you could see that he doesn't see himself as the black guy.
Well, why does he have to? My thing is this: when he explained that, I saw people in like the comments saying, "Oh, I understand it now." It's like, why do you need to explain it for you to understand that?
Because he pronounced his name. That was the first. No, but again, it's entertainment. We're watching it, we're invested in it, and we're just thinking that's not how you say your name. And then
but a lot of us do.
What do you mean?
A lot of us here mispronounce our African names.
Yeah, and if someone
but I'm saying, but people don't question our sexuality or start questioning our blackness.
He put himself on TV.
I'm not saying that. But that's what I'm saying. We're doing the same. We're doing the same thing again. Where with the child, the woman showing her breast and whatever. That's like he put himself on TV. That doesn't mean you're allowed to say it about him. Same way a woman untrained with her breast out doesn't mean you're allowed to say
saying that he was a character. He was someone who was on TV that was a TV show that was viewed by millions.
Yes,
people are gonna have something to say.
Yes, you can have opinions. That's fine. But I'm saying, but some of the opinions and some of what's being said, especially from our community. Remember when white people say stuff about our community, about like Nella Rose on I'm a Celebrity, we backed her and we were like, this is racism, this is not fair, this is not nice. But then our community can say some of the most hurtful and nasty things just because we don't see you as ourselves. We don't see you as you're not mandem enough, or you're not from the area, or you don't look, brother. So
No, I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying it's a question.
No, but
that's why they asked it. That's why he
No, but
answered
that's
it.
my point. I'm saying that, and that's why a lot of the time, it's like
Once he answered it,
it's whole circle thing in terms of the porn thing, in terms of women's safety, in terms of women's bodies. It's a circle where it's just like we're not. There's so many moving parts that are just not conducive here. That just they're problematic. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, as in, you're telling men to be vulnerable. You're telling men to be in this space where you can do not whatever they want in a bad way, but be themselves and be upfront. But then when we see examples of men that do this, their sexuality gets questioned and they get called into like.
yeah, but I think
I
we generalize too much. There's still different pockets of people that are doing that. Like you could post a video today and have a certain group of people support that video, and if you post the opposing video on the same profile, you'll have a totally different group of people. They're both you're following. I'm saying they're both there.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying.
So it's like us saying her followers are problematic. But when she posted positive content, they were there.
Yeah.
When she posted negative content,
they
were there.
There's always exceptions to the rule, but you have to look at, not the majority, but you have to look at certain indicators of certain things. Like even Dammy, for example. Same thing with Dammy. Dammy dresses how he wants to dress. People calling Dammy, yeah, I can't lie, man. I think he's a little bit borderline. Because my man was got a nose piercing, or because my
But that was a thing back in the day. Like my thing is
no, but you don't understand what I'm saying.
My thing is we act as if people pick this out of nowhere.
No, but you don't get what I'm saying. But for example, someone like Fredo doesn't get that. Someone like Tion
Fredo didn't pierce his nose.
No, you don't understand what I'm saying. Yes, because but what I'm trying to say to you is you're missing the point of what I said. When people are saying men break this stereotype of being so masculine, it's dangerous. Do whatever you want to do.
But who's saying that?
Society saying that.
No, some people are saying that. It's not everyone saying that. Is what I'm saying. So you're taking what a group of people are saying here, and that's a celebration.
Go on, let's go.
0-0.
Oh, the draw.
Yeah.
They're celebrating the. Okay,
Yeah,
fair enough. No, yeah, it's true.
I'm not gonna lie. When Nigeria just drew England, we never celebrated, bro. We didn't celebrate that draw, bro.
No, but
That's
what
a
it means
strong
is that they still
celebration.
qualify, innit? They didn't lose. Yeah.
Strong.
No, but my thing is you're saying who said that, but it's the same thing you're talking about in terms of women being allowed to do certain things in spaces where, or controlling women's bodies. It's the same in terms of let this veil of what a man should be in terms of you have to wear this, you have to talk like this, you have to look like this, or you're not a man. It's like, nah, man.
But who's
like,
saying that? The people. No, but I'm saying if the
what's
people.
going on here, man?
No, I'm saying if the people that are saying that are problematic, why are we having this conversation? They're problematic people. The people that are advising.
I'm saying the same. I'm saying some of the same people that are dissing these people are the same people saying men need to open up, men need to be more vulnerable, men need to blah blah blah.
They're problematic people. That's what I'm saying.
There's a lot of bare
they're out there.
contradictions.
They're problematic
There's
people.
bare contradictions.
I'm talking about the contradictions. Remember, if that's the case, then that we can say that about life in general. The woman breastfeeding her baby and people looking at it sideways. Yeah, it's problematic people.
No, but
that's not how. Yeah, but that's not how it works,
Bro, Donald Trump is the president of America. He's a problematic idiot. Like this is the world that we live in.
He's not hiding that.
So these people are hiding it. They're not hiding it. They told him.
If you're contradicting yourself, remember, when there's male suicide and all these things happening and people are saying we need to open up more and there's this consensus of like toxic masculinity and we need to help eradicate this toxic masculinity and men need to be a bit more open and whatever. But then when men are open, then you're telling man,
you're being soft and he's a bit this,
salty,
yeah.
he's sassy. It's like, but what's going on here?
Yeah,
And I think that needs to stop.
Yeah, I'm not disputing what you're saying,
But
but I'm just saying
and that's
that
what
the world is a big place, and there could be one group of people who are for men being more sensitive and opening up, and when they do that, there'll be another group. It's like, for example, the abortion debate. There's some women who are for it. There's some women that are against it. The said woman who's for it could probably get pregnant herself and say, do you know what, and change her views.
That's fine. No, what I'm saying is that when men are not changing, that's why. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm saying when men are seeing these things, they're seeing one thing being said and one thing being done. That's why men are like, forget it. But then people are like, men are being hard-headed or whatever. It's like, men are seeing two different things at the same time, in real time. That the man them that you're saying that you want, in inverted commas,
can I ask you
heat.
a question? And then we can leave, yeah? Do you have anything else you want to add to that?
No, you say your thing and then I'll say my thing,
Right.
yeah.
So, we spoke about OF, yeah?
Yeah.
There's guys online that are saying they would never date a girl who does OF. but then there's girls who are doing OF that are in relationships.
Yeah,
Like,
you're always gonna find the
You're always
people
gonna
that
find
are gonna be.
gonna find.
No,
But I guess
That's like women saying, "Oh, but you man say." How many?
That's not the same thing because there's always exceptions to the rule. Like,
But that's with everything.
yes, yeah, but because of the exception to the rule doesn't make the rule not the exception. Do you know what I'm saying? As in, like, no. So, for example, like, that's like slavery back in the day. There were white people who helped slaves, but a majority of white people had slaves. That's like saying, yeah, but because white people, no, the majority.
There's still black people that hate all white people, though.
What?
No, but I'm saying there's still black.
How did we get here?
No, but I'm saying there's white people. Wait. There's white people that helped slaves, as in before.
Yeah.
The
abolishment of slavery.
Yeah.
And there was white people that weren't. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm saying there's still black people that hate all white people.
Yes, because of the actions of the majority, which was a huge majority of white people.
So that's fair.
At that time, I can't.
No,
yeah,
today. Because I've been in South Africa, for example, it's not our fault.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying.
That's black people on black people, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's not Nigeria's fault. What happens in South Africa? Yet they hate us. Or they're hating us, but I'm saying, like, do you know what I mean? But then you could go back a South African in Canada or in America, and they don't have the same view.
Yeah.
You won't bundle them all in.
Yeah, but remember, xenophobia. That conversation is a topic for the country of South Africa, not for South Africans in general. We're talking about men and women, and we're talking about in regards to this whole Andrew Tate thing. Boys in school.
Yeah, but you can't.
Even we spoke about the way you said about how some of these boys are talking to women.
Yeah.
And whatever, and it needs to change. So we're talking about letting young boys and young girls, and just men and women in general, we're trying to open up the discussion in terms of not being so rigid and seeing women like this and seeing men like this. So the conversation about men being less stoic and a little bit more open to conversation, open to speaking, open to being more vulnerable, open to just seeing the world differently. And I'm saying that's fine. But when we see examples of men that do that, their sexuality gets called into question. They get called sassy. They get certain labels. So I'm saying that's why a lot of men see that and like, I'm not even doing that. Allow it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that every woman's doing it. I'm not saying everyone's doing it. I'm saying that men see examples of what society or the new society as a whole is asking for the new age man to look like. Man ain't getting ratings from no one. Nobody. And also the same guy who people are saying needs to change is getting all the gyal. Allow me, man. Let me just be like him. That's what the man them are looking like. That's what it looks like.
So basically, you guys have just been talking about how we all need to sit down and challenge and think about patriarchy.
That's you know what's so mad, yeah?
The whole time we've been talking about patriarchy. That's what we've been talking about.
I didn't want to say it from the beginning when we were talking about what men can wear, women can wear. That's the elephant in the room. Patriarchy.
That's what it is. And societally, what happens at large is going to happen in our individual relationships. So what you're talking about is like, okay, cool, you're telling me I want to open up, but at the same time now you're calling me soft, or you're using my vulnerability against me, and your preconception of what a woman might do will be based on maybe some interactions you had with women, but also what you're seeing online in society. All of that stuff, you're bringing into your relationship. And again, going back to the couples therapy thing and like having a third party and about how it's not always about the thing that we're talking about. Sometimes I'll be talking to an individual or a couple or whatever, and they'll be arguing about a thing. And I'm like, this is about racism. Yeah. This is about patriarchy. This is a bigger conversation. And sometimes the work you have to do in a relationship is understanding your relationship to those ideologies and breaking down your own relationship to those things and thinking, is this even helpful for me right now in general in this relationship? Because sometimes people aren't doing that thinking.
You know what's mad about patriarchy, yeah? It's so mad is that like patriarchy is weird because it affects men as well.
Yep.
But the way society looks at it is like patriarchy affects women and it's because of men and men benefit. I'm like, brother, this patriarchy thing, them men at the top that own all these businesses, they're the top 2%. They love it. Like a black man, like obviously as a man, there are certain things that benefit. The double standards we heard earlier on. Men have certain things they get away with. Women have certain things they get away with. Even like women touching men, like we get away with certain things in it. Life is about double standards, unfortunately. But the patriarchy affects men as well, but society looks at it like it doesn't. Because, unfortunately, some of the same things, even like, for example, even dating and spending money and whatever, Like, that's patriarchy. Like, I have to spend money on a date, or I have to always go into my pocket more times when we're out. That's patriarchy.
Yeah.
But because it benefits women in a way, that ain't a problem with patriarchy. That one's all right. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the man, even when you look at like businesses and whatever, we're speaking about a few times where women can save their coin to a degree. Go Eden, go on the man's table, don't spend a penny. Go out on a date, don't spend a penny. But you work, save your money, keys to the house. Man, them struggling.
Sounds like you want to practice some feminism. That sounds like that's what you're trying to say.
On that note,
Because that's exactly what it is.
thanks for joining us today, man. Very nice conversation.
Yeah, man. Friend, sister of the show.
Come on now.
Definitely always allowed to come back. It was a good conversation, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Brent for facilitating it as well.
Pew, 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 pew.
Do you know what I mean?
Where can they find you?
Where can you find me? I'm online, TikTok, Instagram, at Dr. Amani Samah, AMANI SAMAH. And then I also have a podcast every Friday. It's called The Listener's Couch. There's me and two other clinical psychologists, Shadiq and Cheryl.
Oh, man.
We chop it up about all of these types of things.
Yeah, watch that video.
Yeah, we try and chop up different things. Yeah.
There's one video that the guy spoke about. What did he say?
Or was he talking about like men and emotions?
Yeah. But he asked a question and it was I said, yeah, this is cold.
The white guy?
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
The
No,
white guy
all
who
black.
added up someone about that question. Wait.
We need to do this again and bring them as well.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That'll be a sick convo still.
Yeah, we'll have a conversation. I'm trying to have more conversations with people. Just, again, small things like understand what ADHD is, understand what autism is. Just small conversations like that. Helps the community, you know?
And even being able to just speak about your emotions, I think that's another thing as well. You ask a man, are you good? Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He's got to say it in a cool way. That's what I'm saying. He can't just break down. He's got to say it. He's got to say it in a cool way.
I just
That's
hope.
sad, isn't it?
I just hope people have friends that
I'm
they
good,
can
bro,
open up
but
to.
like it's got to sound.
I just hope people have friends that they can call up and just speak to, with no judgment, get it off their chest, and not saying that they have to fix anything, but sometimes just saying it, identifying what's bothering you, helps.
Yeah.
It does.
Or you have to, you just have to be there, you know? Sometimes my job is just being there. Some people have never had someone be there for them. That's it.
It's dark, man. Yeah, big up the Free Shots community.
Yep.
Thank you for coming.
Peace out. Thank you.
England, Ghana draw, mad.
Mm.
That game sounded intense.